Welcome to the No Filter Bros podcast, airing Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern and Saturdays at 11:30 p.m. Eastern on Anchor, Spotify, and Clubhouse. And remember, the No Filters Bros motto is, in order to fix it, we must talk about it.
What up? What up? Let me get a sound check. What's going on, my people? What's up, Darius? What's up, Renee? What's up, Aries? How y'all doing today? I see y'all in the building good and early. You know what I'm saying? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Let me get a sound check, Sister Renee. How I sound on your iPhone, girl? You know what I'm saying? For real. What's good? What's good? What's good with y'all, man? What's good with y'all? How I sound? Let me know. Let me know. You know what I'm saying? Definite, man. I'm glad I sound good. You know what I mean? Shout out to Renee, yeah. Shout out to Darius. Shout out to my brother Aries. You know what I'm saying? We in the building. You know what I mean? With a nice, juicy topic today. I know y'all wondering what's going on with this title. Well, it's like a puzzle. I'm gonna put it all together tonight. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put it all together tonight. It's gonna make sense at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Definitely, Darius. You know I got you, bro. I'm gonna throw the link in the chat when it's time. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna throw the link in the chat when it's time, brother. We got to get through our we gonna get through our segments today. Unfortunately, man, let's get our prayers up for my boy Chaz, man. He had eye surgery today. You know what I'm saying? So let's get our prayer warriors up for Chaz. He's a little down and out. You know, he had eye retinal surgery today. You know what I'm saying? So he won't be joining us because he's out of it. You know, that's a big thing to have eye surgery. You know what I mean? But, I'm here tonight with y'all. Let's get our prayers for Chaz, please. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Aries? You know what I mean? Let's see what's going on in this chat real quick. Thanks, sis. I appreciate you. Saying I'm loud and clear. You know what I mean? Definitely. You know, that's eye surgery. Eye retinal surgery is something serious. You know what I'm saying? That's something, what I mean? He's a little out of it because, for anybody that had surgery, and I worked with surgery, you know what I mean? When they give you anesthesia, bro, the side effects of anesthesia, bro, you be drowsy all day. You know what I'm saying? That's going to take just the anesthesia alone going to take like a 24-hour groggy period to get rid of that. You know what I'm saying? And anybody that's ever had real surgery will tell you that. You know what I mean? You can be like groggy the whole day. You know what I mean? I appreciate you saying I'm loud and clear, sis. You know what I mean? Let me catch up on these chats. Oh, all right. Every said, what's up, Darius? What's going on, bro? You know what I'm saying? What's going on? You know what I mean? Definitely, man. You know what I mean? We're going to wait a little bit so we get started. We got a little bit more people up in here. Definitely. What's the weather like over there, Renee? You know what I'm saying? What's the weather like? Because today our weather was extremely hot. You know what I'm saying? For real. It was extremely hot today, man. You know what I mean? My dog didn't even want to go outside today. That's how hot it is. You know what I mean? Definitely, man. That's a prayer for Chaz. You know, Chaz get a Don DeMarco off rip. You know what I'm saying? Well, our prayers go out to my brother. You know what I mean? He had eye surgery today. So, we're gonna try to get the show rolling real quick. You know what I mean? But I feel bad for my brother. You know what I mean? Spoke to him earlier today. You know, he was out of it. So, just letting y'all know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? With that brother, you know what I mean, why he won't be in the night, just in case you was wondering, you know what I'm saying? But he won't be in the night, he's out of it, and I don't blame him. Eye surgery is something serious, you know what I mean? I think all surgeries are serious. I don't think there's no such thing as a minor surgery. That's just my opinion, because you could be getting pinky toe surgery and not even wake up from that. You know what I'm saying? So to me, all surgery is serious, you know what I mean? Hey, I know. Get well soon, Chaz. Thank you, Darius. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Happy belated birthday. You know what I'm saying? I know it's a week later, Darius, but My boy had a birthday last week and he had a blast, you know what I'm saying? I seen the Facebook pitch, you know what I'm saying? He had a blast. He had that in his high school reunion, so you know what I mean? Shout out to Darius, you know what I mean? For real. What's going on, man? What's the weather like, Renee? Where you at, Sister Renee? Where you at, man? I know you in the building somewhere. Where you at? You working tonight? Let us know. You home? You working? Or you in the comfort of your own home? Let me know. Let me know. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what's going on that side of town. What's the weather like, Darius? You know what I'm saying? What's the weather like, Sister Renee? You know what I mean? Yeah, I called you out. But let me know. Where you at, man? You at home or you at work? You know what I mean? Ah, brother Darius had a great time at the class reunion. I bet you did, man. You know, that bring back memories. You know what I'm saying? Bring back memories. Definite, definite. You know what I mean? Shout out to you. Yeah. I mean, yeah. God got him. You know what I'm saying? He's one of God's kids. He all right. He all right. Like I said, it was a successful surgery, and the brother is resting right now. You know what I mean? Like I said, that anesthesia after they give it to you, you know, it has some serious side effects. It doesn't just go away when they wake you up. You know what I'm saying? For real, you're about to leave for work. It's hotter than a witch's tit. Damn. You know what I mean? I don't even know how a witch tit get that hot, but you know what? It's cool. Oh, Darius, man, we jealous, man. You see that, Renee? You see that, Sister Renee? You talking about it's 67 degrees where he at. God damn, where you at in Alaska? It's hot everywhere, bro. You know what I mean? My brother said it's 67 degrees. You get a Don DeMarco for that. You know what I'm saying? You in the coolest place on earth right now. 67, boy. I wish it was 67 in Florida, man. We 90 at night. You know what I'm saying? It's hot all the time, man. Heat index, we 100. You know what I mean? For real, it's baking out here. We dying out here. You know what I mean? Hey, Sister Renee, I ain't even. It's so hot out here. I ain't even light skin no more. I'm dark skin. You know what I mean? You go out there, boy. You go from light skin to dark skin. You know what I mean? For real, it's crazy hot out here, boy. You know what I mean? Definitely, definitely. You know what I'm saying? Area said facts to what I said. Definitely, definitely. 82. You get a round of applause for that. You know what I'm saying? 82 degrees out there where Aries is at. You know what I mean? Or you said it's supposed to rain later. Okay, okay. You know what I'm saying? You know, it is what it is. You know, it rains every day in Florida, but it don't rain for long. It probably rain for like an hour. You know what I'm saying? At most. You know what I mean? But you know, I gotta, gotta find out what my people doing. You know what I mean? How my people doing out there, man? Hope y'all had a good, prosperous week. You know what I'm saying? Hope y'all did something to benefit the community and yourselves. You know what I mean? Hope all the bills are paid. Ain't nobody in debt. You know what I mean? And we're gonna get this party started in a couple more minutes. Definitely, definitely. Sister is it was the high was 94. The humidity is 89 now. Oh, okay. So your humidity is lower than your temperature. I got you, Renee. I understand. I understand. But yeah, out here, the humidity is higher than the temperature. Like we was like 95, and it'd be humidity make it feel like 100. You know what I'm saying? It's just so hot, man. It makes you know the heat is draining, man. That shit'll drain you, bro. If you out in that heat, man. You wondering why you tired? It's because it's so hot. You know what I mean? For real, that heat can drain your energy, man. You could think you're gonna have a good, prosperous day. You know what I mean? I gotta get a new clicker for my car so it can start up. My clicker battery dead. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to get in the car. I need my car to start up with the AC on. You know what I'm saying? For real. That's crazy. I can't even get in the car with them leather seats, boy. It's just too hot. You know what I mean? It's my day off though. My car been in the same parking spot for the past 2 days. I ain't go nowhere on my day off. I ain't playing. You know what I mean? Last week was rough on me. You know what I mean? At work, so I decided I was just gonna stay home and chill. I got some errands I need to run tomorrow though. I gotta run around town with moms and handle some personal business with her. Now, besides that, I've been relaxing, man, on my 2 days off. Uh, You can't do booming no more. Okay, okay. Now the temperature was 94 earlier. Right now, oh, okay, I got you. It's 89 now, so it cooled off a bit. It cooled off a bit, but it's still for 823, dog. You know what I'm saying? 89 is still egregiously hot. You know what I mean? That's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, yo, that's how it is in Florida. Like, it only drops a couple of degrees, man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Humid. Oh man, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, humidity is not for the old man. Definitely, definitely. I went to Sallyport and instantly got pissed off. It was so hot. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The heat don't only drain you, man. It make you miserable, man. That's why everything we do in Florida is it consists of AC. You know, if you go to the mall, you go to the movies, all those are AC places. You just gotta get there first. You know what I'm saying? For real, you just gotta get there first. What's up, Lady K? I see you. I see you. You know what I mean? I'm just running through the chat real quick. You know what I mean? Ari said, "What's up?" Darius said, "What's up?" What's up, Lady K? I see you. I see you, girl. You trying to sneak up in here? You get a Don DeMarco. You trying to sneak up in here, man? What's the temperature like where you at, Lady K? You know what I'm saying? That's the return of the Mac right there. You know what I'm saying? You know you a Mac when your last name is Mac. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know you a Mac when your last name is Mac. You was just born a Mac. You know what I mean? For real. Darius said, "What's up, Lady K?" You know what I mean? You getting love in the chat. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do stuff a little bit different today, man. I'm gonna since my partner Chad is out. I don't know if you heard, Lady K. Lady K Chaz had eye surgery today. He had retinal surgery, so he won't be joining us today. So when you get a chance, you know what I mean, say a prayer for that brother. You know what I'm saying? He won't be joining us today. But it was successful surgery, and it's just that the side effects from the anesthesia is messing with him. So he's a little down and out. So let my prayer warriors say, give a prayer up for my boy Chaz. You know what I mean? Definite, definite. You know what I mean? All right. Renee said, "Hey, Lady K." You know what I mean? Harry's is laughing, yeah, 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 yeah. He okay. Like I said, it was successful eye retina surgery. You know what I'm saying? He okay. It's just like I said, if you ever had surgery, I'm gonna say it again. If you ever had surgery, when they give you anesthesia, the anesthesia makes you drowsy for like the whole day. It take like 20 fucking 4 hours to get out your system. You know what I'm saying? That you know what I mean? Like that ain't no joke. You know what I mean? It takes time for it to get out your system. So he's a little down and out, but he's all right. He got eye retina surgery. I'm believe if I remember correctly, eye retina surgery is that laser joint now. They got like a laser for it. It ain't like back in the day. So, it's like the laser surgery. You know what I mean? But like I said before, all surgery is I don't care if they giving you surgery on your pinky toe or your big toe. All surgery is serious to me because some people don't wake up. You know what I mean? This is coming from a person that worked in surgery. I'm telling you, some people don't wake up. So all surgery is serious surgery to me. It ain't no such thing as minor surgery. You know what I'm saying? 82 and humid. Okay, okay, okay. I got you. I got you. Oh my God, is she okay? Yeah, we already went through that. You know what I mean? Yeah, prayers up, prayers up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? How y'all doing today, man? We got a lot of stuff to discuss today. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do stuff a little bit different. I'm gonna throw the link in the chat in a few minutes. I'm gonna have y'all up here when I give my monologue today, man. Because without my partner, man, I feel lonely. You know what I'm saying? I need y'all to keep me company. So I'm gonna throw the link in the chat, and then we're gonna go ahead and get on this topic real quick. You know what I mean? Shit, I don't even think I made a topic, a banner for the topic today, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm slacking, man. I'm slacking. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to do that real quick, real quick. You know what I'm saying? While we do that, while I do that real quick. Let me see here real quick. Hold on 1 second, y'all bear with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give y'all a brief commercial break, man. Y'all can listen to my baby real quick. You know what I'm saying? While I get the banner ready.
Welcome to the No Filter Bros podcast, airing Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern and Saturdays at 11:30 p.m. Eastern on Anchor, Spotify, and Clubhouse. And remember, the No Filters Bros motto is In order to fix it, we must talk about it.
All right, all right. You know what I'm saying? Quick preference break. I got the banner run ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Today's topic is the Hoochie era has begun. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna throw the link in the chat real quick. Why do we allow degenerate behavior? You know what I mean? Let me see what's going on in the chat real quick. Look like there's a couple of things going on in the chat before we get started. Darius said, I remember I had surgery to get rid of cyst. I guess y'all can pronounce that out for me. You know what I mean? The wildfires are back in Canada, so it's smoking in DC, MD. Damn. You know what I'm saying? That's hella smoke, man. You know what I mean? I saw it when was it? Last week or the week before when it was in New York. It was looking like, you know what I mean? It was crazy. You know what I mean? Okay. I got you. I got you. Was your recovery quick, Darius? She's asking you a question. You know what I mean? I'm gonna throw the link in the chat because I'm lonely up here without my partner. You know what I mean? And I throw my monologue, and then y'all can respond when I'm done. You know how we do here, man. Y'all know how we do. Let me know. Y'all let me know if y'all don't see the chat, the link in the chat. Sometimes there's a bug where the link don't come out in the chat. But if you do, just hit the chat real quick. It should be coming up now on Facebook and YouTube simultaneously. You know what I mean? There it is. There's the link. Hit the link. You know what I'm saying? If you're on TV or whatever, you far away, I put the link up on the screen right there for you. No, sir. Definitely, definitely. Come on up, man. You know what I mean? We're gonna have a good time tonight. I'm explaining some things to y'all, you know what I mean? Because sometimes we how could I say this? Sometimes we get lost in our own reality and don't recognize what's going on in the world. So I'm gonna bring this to y'all attention real quick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 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 yeah. Definitely, definitely. Like I said, the links in the chat. Lady K, let me know. Uh, Renee, let me know. No, everybody in the chat, let me know if you see the link. If you don't see the link, let me know, man. I can hit you up on the back end. You know what I'm saying? I can hit you up on the back channel. You know what I mean? If you don't see the link, if you got the long link bug, I think, I'm gonna mess with my sister Renee real quick. I think that's an iPhone glitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna mess with my sister Renee, man. She got that iPhone glitch, so it happens. It happens. The iPhone users don't know how to see. They can't see the chat sometimes. You know what I mean? That's what happens when you got that. Yeah, you got that disappointment phone. You know? Yeah, I got jokes today, buddy. It's about to go down. What's up, Darius? How you doing, my brother? Let me get a sound check from you, man. Since you came up first.
Yeah,
Like I
I'm
said,
on
lady.
here.
All right, appreciate you, man. Lady K said, "Wow, Darius, a month. Okay, glad you're better." You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. Some people recovery is a little bit. It takes longer. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's body is different. You know what I mean? Definitely, definitely. But go ahead and hit the link, Renee. I need to know if you. Darius, of course, you saw the link. Aries, let me know if you see the link in the chat. Lady K, Return to the Mac. Let me know if you see the link in the chat. You know what I'm saying? For real, Renee, let me know if you see the link in the chat. You know what I mean? She might be a little mad at me because I gave her the disappointment joint. You know what I'm saying? Because she got an iPhone. That's what we give iPhones now. You know what I'm saying? I know, lady. I think Lady K got a iPad too, so she gonna get one too. There you go, Lady K. You know? Yeah, 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 yeah. You see it on YouTube. I appreciate you. I think she got an iPad. You know? No, definitely. There go my brother Aries. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get started on this subject. I was trying to make sure we get some more people up here. I want to make sure everybody see the link. You know what I'm saying? Sister Renea, she said she on her way to work, so she oh, you got an Android? Oh, okay, okay, okay. My bad, my bad. You know what I'm saying? You get a Don DeMarco for that. I gotta switch it up. You know what I mean? And you get a round of applause. You get a round of applause. I gotta make up for that mistake. You know? But come on up, Lady K. I appreciate you showing love on both. You know what I mean? We're gonna get started. My brother Aries, let me get a sound check from you, Aries. Go ahead and unmute your mic to make sure we hear you.
What's up, my brother?
Thank you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get started today. Today's topic is the Hoochie era has begun. Why do we allow degenerate behavior? I know y'all bugging like, yo, what is he talking about? You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna put the pieces together. It's like a puzzle. I'm gonna put the pieces together so y'all can have understanding of it. You know what I'm saying? So y'all, you know what I mean, Aries? So they can have understanding. Not all titles gotta make sense to you all the time. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
You know what I mean? Not all titles, but it'll definitely make sense. You know what I mean? When I do this, ladies and gentlemen, if you are able, please take a look at your screen right now. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to Hoochie Con. You know what I'm saying? This is an event that happened in California back in last month. You know what I'm saying? And this is what the subject is about because it's happening in almost every urban city near you. You just don't know it because you're not paying attention. You're so busy working. You know what I'm saying? And you don't realize what's going on. A lot of people don't realize what's going on around them. You know what I'm saying? So check out what's on your screen real quick. You know what I'm saying? It's happening. I got multiple places. This is just one. This is the one that happened in Cali. You know what I'm saying? It's called Hoochie Con. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I say we got to really start getting more involved in our communities because this degenerate behavior shouldn't even be allowed. You know what I'm saying? Take a look at your screen. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go to the part 2 real quick. You know what I mean? Like I said, just bear with me. You know what I mean? Hoochie Con dance party. They got the chick with the cheap out and all that. You know what I'm saying? They actually celebrating this degenerate stuff. You know what I mean? This happened in Cali last month. You know what I'm saying? The data's up top. You can screenshot it, do whatever you got to do. You know what I'm saying? This is their motto. You know what I mean? They had it set up like a museum. Check it out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Your boy did some research on the company that's helped sponsor this and through this event. And we're going to get into that later. You know what I mean? But this is why I say we got to get more involved in the community because if you don't know, the dominant society doesn't mind. Let me say it again, the dominant society does not mind supporting our degenerate behavior, but they won't support anything that's good for us. Have you noticed that? Anything's a degenerate. Oh yeah, they'll come in and, say it's a non-profit like this organization right here. They say they are a non-profit organization. It's called the Junior High Organization. You know what I'm saying? And this is why this is why we have to teach our children and our kids what's going on in the world because take a look at your screen again, people. You know what I'm saying? Take a look at your screen again. They believe that this is the way they're supposed to be, like the movie Baps. Now, Baps was a comedy. It was a joke. Remember that movie with Halle Berry? It was a joke. They got women believing that this is the way they're supposed to run around based on a comedy. This is what they idolize. Baps. This is the world we live in. Where my brother Aries? Aries.
What's up, my brother?
And this is the future. This is the future. This is the women that men have to choose from. This is crazy, bro. People that's idolizing Baps. You know what I mean? People that's idolizing Baps, bro. And we gotta choose from that. But you know what? That's all the one that was in Cali. Take a look at your screen again, people. This is the one close to my town in Florida. It's happening on the 4th of July. It's called Hoochie Fest. You know what I'm saying? There we go. See, I don't see Aries, Renee, I don't come with receipts no more, man. I come with invoices. You know what I'm saying? This is why I say I'm on another level. This is why I say it's happening in almost every city and they're celebrating this. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. This is the one that just passed in my city. Another Hoochie Fest. You know what I'm saying? There was another one that just passed in my city right here. Another Hoochie Fest. This happened on May 14th, I believe. May 12th. I'm sorry, May 12th. You know what I mean? They are having festivals. You know what I'm saying? They are having festivals celebrating degenerate behavior. The purpose that it serves is that it serves degenerate behavior, Renee. That's what purpose that it serves. This is why we have to be aware enough to shut this shit down. Trust me, I got more. You know what I'm saying? I got more. This is the point. It's like, why are we allowing stuff to even be allowed as Hoochie Fest? I got a TikTok video with women celebrating. Just give me a minute of your time. I got a TikTok video. I got 2. So give me 2 minutes of your time celebrating the Hoochie Fest. Check it out. Look at your screen and listen up.
All right, y'all. Today's the day. We are getting ready for Hoochie Con. I'm about to head out. I'm just gonna pick up my homegirl and we're gonna go together.
And I know you're probably thinking, what is Hoochie Con? Well, let me tell you, it is a weekend of events curated by Zareen Truly, who we met as soon as we walked in the door. She is a Hoochie historian from Memphis, and she curated this art show and weekend of events to celebrate the sexual liberation of Black women and the impact that we have had on today's society and culture. What I loved about the gallery is they featured so many different mixed media artists, and out back they had a vendor market of Black-owned businesses, and I got this cute belly button ring. It was hosted at Junior High, which I've never been to this venue before, but I will definitely be returning. Honestly, a 10 out of 10 experience, and there's one more event tomorrow.
Question, Sister Renee. You know what I'm saying? The purpose of it is they claim is for sexual liberation of women. I got one more video. One more, and then we gonna get y'all comments. I just want y'all to know what's going on in the world, because like I said, a lot of times we get stuck, living our lives and don't realize what's going on in our communities and stuff. Because this right here, this is happening in my community too, called Boca Raton. And that's not my community, but that's only like 45 minutes away. You know what I'm saying? And this is why we got to find out about stuff like that. But the main, it's a junior high nonprofit organization. That's what it's called. And you know what I mean? And they the ones that sponsor this and throw the whole event. I got another video. Check it out, man.
Queen shit, bitch.
I think bitches in love. Bitches definitely in love, but bitches, they act like they don't like me. But bitches is definitely in fucking love.
If I gave a fuck, I'd probably be in hell or in jail. But I ain't, cause bitches ain't no shit, never have been and they never will. Every bitch I see on dick, if a hoe upset, shit, I can't tell. Ain't no competition, bitches taking L's after L's, bitch. Bitch, cut that shit like some pizza. All these little bitches Felicia. Treat a little bitch like I'm Keisha. Mad cause she can't get a feature. Baked as a pack smoking reefer. With my Kamika amigas. Stick together like the cheetahs. All the realest niggas need us. I don't need it. If that bitch a bad dog, I don't feed it. Hoes full of shit, constipated, I'm conceited. Act like your head itch, bitch, beat it. Bitch, beat it. Bitches can't compete where they do not compare. All these ugly hoes against me, am I supposed to fucking care? Queen shit, bitch.
There we go. You know what I'm saying? There we go. That's Hoochie Con for you. It's supposed to be the sexual liberation of women. That's what they claim it is. I call it sexual degeneracy. You know what I'm saying? And your boy Hot Rod, like I said, I don't come with receipts no more. I come with you know what I'm saying? What's up, Rebecca? Let me throw the link in the chat for Sister Rebecca real quick. You know what I'm saying? If you can come up, you can come up. 1 second real quick. Let me find that link again. You know what I'm saying? There we go. Oh, they say that's supposed to be for the sexualization of women. I know they had one in Houston already back in May. They had one in Cali. They got 2 in Florida. They got 1 in DC. You know what I'm saying? It's basically every urban city where we stay. They got 1 in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, this shouldn't be happening. This is the supporting degenerate behavior. And I just think that we need to know what's going on in the world around us. You know what I'm saying? Also, like I said before, your boy Hot Rod, I did a little research, just a little tiny research. Hold on a second. Oh, you just listening tonight? Okay, I appreciate you. As long as you here, that's what count. You know what I'm saying? I did a little research on the junior high organization that's throwing all these hoochie cons and hoochie fests in different cities because they claim to be a non-profit organization. And if you go to their Twitter page or their Instagram page, you'll find out, if you just do a little research, what this organization is really about. And I'm gonna put that on the screen. Everybody pay attention to your screen. There you go. You know what I'm saying? There you go. It's a LGBT whatever community, dog. But they want to support black. Why they gotta support black degenerate behavior when that organization is mainly an LGBTQ community? Let me go to the next one. This is what the stuff that you see on their pages. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? This is the main stuff. Besides the Hoochie Con, everything else is related to this. This is why that was the gay God. That's the gay garden club. You know what I'm saying? Everything else is related to the LGBTQ. Trans Joy Fest. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna go down the line real quick because I want to get my people in here talking. You know what I'm saying? Because this is stuff like this. These type of organizations bamboozle us and make us look bad. You know what I'm saying? There you go. Look at that one. They hosted a queer Barbie prom. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? This is crazy. Stop. Not funny. Nobody's laughing. You know what I mean? And look, they even got their own magazine. You know what I'm saying? There you go. There you go. See, this is what I'm saying. You got to watch these organizations that claim they support us and they support our degenerate behavior. We're going to go around the room quick, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to mute my mic. We're going to go to my brother Aries first, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Aries, man. What you think about that, brother?
Oh man, shit. There's so much to unwrap when I was looking at that. But before I even say anything, man, I think you should give yourself a down one, DeMarco, for that research and pulling up.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. I'm glad somebody appreciated it, man. Because this is the stuff that we gotta recognize, man, and shut down. I wish I would have found it earlier. You know what I'm saying? But I found this through a friend. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna say here and lie, I was unaware of it too. You know what I mean? But go ahead, brother. The floor is yours, man.
Right. And the reason I say that is because it's so important that we do know that these type of things are going on. But I don't want to spend too much time on it. We talked about it this couple weeks back when we said you said something about they was doing the Pride Day, and I think they were saying that somebody they were doing a parade and the titties was hanging out and all that. And then I think when we came to a conclusion, it turned out that the kids were next, right? And so anytime you see stuff like this is set up for the next agenda, which is to get the kids. It's all going to tie into the kids. They're going to be kids doing the same thing that you was just showing a few minutes ago, and that's the major part. Now, if you're talking about just what you posted as far as how we see it as an adult, watching other adults act like that, I would have to say that it's a lot tied into it. Some of it is the mothers of some of these females just failed them.
Hold on. Say that again, brother. Say that one more time.
I would say some of the mothers of these females failed them because.
Thank you for telling the truth, because We grew up in an era, because you my age, or maybe a little younger or older, where we've been quiet on all things and scared to tell the truth, and that's the truth. Know what I'm saying? For real. Some of these people don't realize, their mothers cheered them on for that ratchet behavior. So they have ratchet mothers. But go ahead, brother, finish up.
Right, and then and to piggyback off of that, it's you'll have, and we've heard this many a times growing up in other homes and stuff, where the mother would would got their daughters thinking that this stuff that you got, you use it to your advantage. You know what I'm saying? You use what you got to your advantage, and you don't let no man take advantage of you. But what the problem with that was, when those females heard that, the females was like, okay, so if I don't do this, if I'm not doing this if I'm not doing this for a man, then I'm gonna do it for money, because I have to do it for something. So that's what the mothers didn't understand. But now that we're coming into this day and age, you got the part where the relationships are struggling sexually. Things are happening in people's marriages and relationships that men can't get from their females at home. So when they go out there to the hoochie world, the hoochie world is, yes, it's wild. Yes, it looks kind of weird, but it's giving men the attention that they're not getting. So if men is encouraging the degenerate behavior, it's because under the degenerate behavior, the sex will come easier and less, without as much stress. And the men don't have to be tied to any of those females. So they're not going to go home and be tied to a woman that they haven't slept with for weeks, when they can go out and get a hoochie that they don't have to tie to. They used to be called side chicks. Now they're hoochies. That's all it is. It's another term. So I'm gonna leave it at that.
Then you're playing, brother, so I can go around. We'll come back
I'm gonna leave
around
it
if
at
you
that.
got more to say.
Yep, I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay, I appreciate you, man. You get a Don DeMarco for that, man. I want to go to my sister. I got to hear from my sister on this, man. What you think? And Sister Lady K, how you doing, my love? My little sister right there, y'all. Y'all don't know, you know what I'm saying? Lady K,
Hello,
tell us your
hello.
thoughts. The floor is yours.
Man, I don't even know where to start. I felt like Aries. It's a lot to unpack. Um, so the first thing that came to mind was when they had the Hoochie Con, was back in the day when they used to have Freaknik, and when they used to have, going to New Orleans for the beads, and when they had that show where the white girls, and they would film them on the college campuses, showing their breast and all
Oh,
this.
I
Gone
know
wild.
that was
Okay.
Girls
Girls
Gone
Gone
Wild.
Wild.
Yes,
Listen, Lady K, just ask
yes.
the man what's the name of that show. Every man knows the name of that show. That's over 40.
Okay, well, yeah, Girls Gone Wild. So to me, it seems like it's recycling, but it's going to a deeper level. I mean, because again, this stuff isn't really new, but now it's like, how do we control it and stop it? Because now they're getting more ratcheter and ratcheter. And
See,
then you got,
hold on, I
yeah,
don't mean to interrupt you. Hold that thought. That's the
yes,
difference. Even Freaknik and Mardi Gras was more controlled once a
mm-hmm,
year. You see what I'm
mm-hmm,
saying? This is just plain degenerate,
yeah,
uncontrolled, reckless shit.
mm-hmm,
And to see that not even our people participating in it,
mm-hmm.
but it's not even us that's sponsoring it. It's the LGBTQ that do this to us. They the ones that's making us look bad. That's crazy to
And
me.
see,
Go
and
ahead,
that's the
finish up.
sad
Free. I
part.
didn't mean to interrupt. I just had to get that in.
No, I appreciate that, because that was a good reminder, because you did, and great job and great research and the videos. I really enjoyed that. And it's sad because the LBG agenda is so big now, and the fact that they are really trying to take over the world, and they're starting with the adults, and then they're coming after the kids so hard. Like I've seen videos at the parades and stuff, and now the kids think it's okay to be twerking. And then just like I think you and Ari said, that the mothers are sitting here promoting it and they're not stopping it. But I love when fathers step in and they see that little girl twerking, they already know, let's cut this out. But it's these females that's really just, egging it on, and then the girls around them. Yeah. And one thing I do have to say is that I give so much respect for people who can dance on a pole. That takes strength. It takes talent. But the fact of the matter is, they've just taken it to a whole nother level, because and honestly, it's nice to see them do the tricks, but do you have to be naked, and do you have to be raining? Like, what's wrong with doing it in the privacy of your home, or girls getting together and having a little pole dance party, where y'all can sit here and work out, because that really is a workout. But okay, I digress. But so what I'm saying is, because now there's social media, men, singing about I'm in love with strippers and all these songs, and then to have a whole community of people who just want to bring your community down with their community, and nobody's even paying attention to that. And that's sad. And also, when they sat here and got affirmative action taken out of colleges, but you want to promote everything that the LGBTQ whole agenda does, but you want to stop things that's really going to help this community. That's it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. But you notice that none of these people, none of these organizations that throw these type of events ever struggle for money. You know what I'm
Of
saying?
course
You
not.
notice that the
Of course not.
dominant society always throws the money, always finds the degenerates, and
Yeah.
always throws the money.
Yes.
You know what I'm
And
saying? To throw
and
these
these are
type of
the,
events.
and these are the same people that's backing up the politicians and paying for their agenda to be voted on, and to be passed.
Thank you, thank you. I appreciate your thoughts, sister. Definitely, you're right. Also, did y'all see that video in the group that Sister Lene posted when they was talking during the LGBTQ parade? They was talking about we're coming after your kids. Like, they blatantly telling us that they coming after our kids. Did y'all see that video?
Yeah,
I
I
didn't see
posted it.
it.
I
Yeah,
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
I
see it.
didn't
You
see
did.
it.
You did. Okay, Lene did too. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so then
That's
it's both of
crazy.
us. Yeah.
They not even hiding in it no more. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Quam? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna post the link in the chat for you on YouTube in a minute, brother. Just give me 1 second. We go to
Oh my
my
goodness,
brother.
Quam's in the house. Hey,
Yeah,
Quam.
yeah. My brother Darius. You got the floor, brother. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You got the floor.
Well,
What's your thoughts, man?
well, first off, I like to I like to go a step further before I go about this topic. I seen a video on
All right.
Instagram,
All right.
a video on Instagram. They had these four women twerking it on the top of I think it was an old building in Ghana where they were where the slaves were used to be at. And I had to look. I
I
said,
saw
"What?"
that. They was
I
twerking
said,
for the
"What are we
ancestors.
doing?"
Yeah,
I
they
said,
was
"What?"
twerking for the ancestors. That see, I don't mean to interrupt you. Let me tell y'all something, man. Twerking is a form of two things. It's a sexualized dance. It's like a highly intense sexualized dance, and it's also a disrespectful dance. You know what I'm saying? It could be two things at the same time. You know what I mean? And when they did that twerking for the ancestors, I saw that as a form of disrespect. But go ahead, brother.
It was beyond disrespect. I said, "Come on!" I said, we're better than this, and you see why we be disrespected in this country, stuff like that." But anyway, see like talking about the Hoochie era, I'm like Aries. I'm saying, what? Where do you begin? I said, you have this, and now you got this in nonprofit organization promoting this. I said, you do one thing, but you can't do another thing. like they took, like Lady K said, they took affirmative action now. And I said, okay, then the more the LGBTQ community, which I have a classmate in, she has a relationship with another woman. But I said that's my classmate. I got to respect her decision. But anyway, when you see this stuff, I said, where's our values anymore? We used to value, like it used to be when we value each other, and like we cared about how, like how we dress like we go out to the mall, go to the school, or dress like a certain way to be respectful the way you dress. Now all of a sudden today they just be wearing, I see this now, you just wear anything. And it's just like, and like the day that it still frustrates me, it was just like as like the Wayne Wade's son. He may be a great basketball player, but I'll never get over that ever. Had letting his son decide to be trans. I say you don't do that. You gotta put your foot down as a father at some point and say no.
Actually, speaking of that, 22 states just passed yesterday. The transition period for teenagers is illegal. So but we getting there. They can't do it to kids no more. 22 states passed that law yesterday. Go ahead, Jarvis. The floor is yours.
Okay. And when you like already said the moms, I said some of them have failed them, and they condone it. They condone this stuff. But not all. But when I see this, I say you're condoning it. I said, do you actually have a backbone to say no to this stuff? But you got these fathers that just, I remember seeing the video of I think it was somebody's daughter, like 3-4 years old, trying to twerk, and that father whooped her, tapped her on the butt, said, "You don't do that." And she stopped it immediately. See, the father's word is like the final word, final say so.
Yeah, but remember, 80% of kids have fatherless homes. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to, when you're not in the home, even though we as black men, we are the most involved fathers in our children's life. But when you're not in the home, that changes the whole dynamic. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna cut you off, Dad. So I'm gonna let you finish. But I just want to say, you said degenerate behavior has always been around, but before there was balance. Even when we grew up, we knew chicks that liked to twerk or dance it provocatively, but then you saw a classy chick too. You know what I'm saying? There's no more balance to the joint. Just like, look at the BET Awards. If anybody saw the BET Awards, that was the most ratchet shit I ever saw in my life.
I thought it was the hip hop awards, to be honest with you.
You know what I'm saying? There's no balance. Listen. When we grew up, yes, we had Trina. Yes, we had Little Kim. Yes, we had Foxy Brown. But we also had MC Lyte, Lauryn Hill. You get what I'm saying? We had Queen Latifah. There's no balance to balance it off no more. It's just straight all the way ratchet now. It's crazy to me. But go ahead, Darius. I'll let you finish up, bro.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing. I just wanted to watch that tree, the hip hop.
Yeah, no, you know what, Darius, we're gonna go to that. That's gonna be the next subject. We're gonna talk about that.
I'm sorry,
but finish up on this joint right here.
Okay.
What we talking about? Because I want to go to my sister Renee next before she really settles in at work.
Okay, you gave me like the minute and a half warning, so I'm gonna put it like this. I did watch it, and I just continue to shake my head every year that BET just continues to condone this with their singers and rappers.
It's because it's not owned by us. We don't control it. They allow it because they, you know what I mean? It's not owned by us.
Well,
white people own that.
No, what's that man? He just bought BET.
No, it didn't go through yet. Not Byron Allen. He didn't go through yet because him and Tyler Perry is trying to buy it, but it didn't go through yet.
Perry got it.
Oh, he got it. Well, regardless, when you buy a big billion-dollar company like that, you can't enforce anything. You know what? I'm gonna stay off the BT shit for now because I'm gonna go to that. I just want to go to Sister Renee next, and then we'll come back to it. And I'll start it off with the BT with you, Darius. I promise. Go
Okay,
ahead, Sister
I'll land my
Renee.
plane on that.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing?
What's
I'm
up,
all right.
sister? How you
Um,
doing? What's up, Stinky Leg?
First of all, Light Bright, I am not in my booth. Thank you very much.
I'm glad you got the castle. But go ahead, man. The floor is yours. What are your
um,
thoughts? Because I know you
on
was a
some
little confused in
serious
the
shit,
beginning.
I'm like, why are we condoning this shit? And as far as that junior high crap that's promoting all this mess, since the beginning of time, it seems like they idolize us as a people, but they don't idolize the right portions of us, like the right parts. They idolize the ratchetness, the the wholeness, the hoochiness, the thugs, the gangsters, so to speak. They idolize the bullshit. They don't idolize the good in us, and that's why they got Hoochie Khan and Hoochie Fest and all this other bullshit. Um, I can't really say what I want to say because I'm around the public right now,
Yo, listen, I
getting cheering
understand.
something to eat. But you know how it gets down,
Yeah, yeah, I know how
and you
you
know
get
I
down.
don't mind getting down with the get down. Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
yeah, definitely. I understand, but yo, I appreciate your thoughts
But
since you
that,
said more than enough in that. Know what I'm saying?
but but the
Go
gist
ahead.
of you get what I'm saying though. Like they don't.
It's because they want to listen. In
I
the
know what
listen,
I know why. I
yeah.
really do
li-
know why.
since the invention of the internet, this is the first time in the
Um,
history that black people have a chance to control their own image. You know what I'm saying? Any
I'm
other
finna
time
pull
in
off.
history, they sent out the word that we was lazy or robbers and thieves and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So now they take over our organizations like Black Lives Matter and junior high organization, and they promote this degenerate behavior to keep the degeneracies and to keep the negative energy
Keep
about
it
us
keep it to
when
the
it comes
forefront.
to other races and stuff. I don't care what other races think, to be honest, because you can't change how they think about us anyway. But when
They
you make us look
idolize us
bad
shit
to
too.
us, that shit is crazy to me. You know
They
what I'm saying?
idolize us too. Like it is bull. It's crazy. They
Yeah,
idolize us too.
yeah.
Look
Well,
at all these
everybody,
Asians.
we are the
You know,
culture. We idolize all around the world, and I
my
understand
G.
that. But we are
Listen,
idolized for the wrong things, though.
exactly.
You know
Listen, I
what
seen an
I'm
Asian
saying?
dude go from that straight bone straight hair to a freaking afro.
Yeah.
Like,
But
how in the
I would like to say that this whole thing starts when the nuclear family gets broken apart, man. And when mom and dad cannot be in the house together to raise the kids the way it's supposed to be raised, and through his leadership and on her being second in command and the kids. Remember what I always say: man answers to God, women answers to men, children answer to moms. Now they're answering to the internet, they're answering to the government, they're answering to society because the mom and dad had allowed society to separate them. So now, because of that, through us being separate, there is no leadership nowhere around the board. If I'm not mistaken, Rodney was the one 3 weeks ago that just read off what was the results of single mother homes. The things that he was mentioning was sad. He ran off about 10 to 11 things that didn't even cross my mind, that
Bro, I got it
children.
right here. If you want me to read it again for you, I can find
Read it one more time so that you
it.
know why
This is from
why the Hoochie.com is on the thing today.
this is from the Bureau of Labor and Statistics. You know what I'm saying? Based on violent crimes, 80% of men in prison come from single mother households. 85% of murders come from single mother households. 87% of armed robberies come from single mother households. 82% of rapists come from single mother households. 78% of male suicide come from single mother households. 63% of female suicides come from single mother households. 90% of runaway kids come from single mother households. 70% of high school dropouts come from single mother households. 71% of adolescent substance abusers come from single mother households. 72% of juvenile murders come from single mother households. 86% of teen births come from single mother households. 61% of females to never get married come from single mother households. 52% of mothers that are below the poverty line come from single mother households, and 90% of welfare recipients come from single mother households.
And
That's the
so
stat.
and so now there's only one point in time where black men were actually able to lead their families. There was only one time in the history of our race where black men was the focal point of their households and the leaders and the influence in their households, and that was during the Black Panther movement. That's the only time in our race history that black men was able to run and lead their households to where they was trying to lead them at. And the government savagely went after all of the black men, making up lies about what they were doing and throwing them in jail, killing some of them. Okay? And that's the only time they were determined that a black man would never to lead their households. Because back then, black men was educating their women, educating their children, and protecting them and teaching them how to fight and teaching them how to their characters and teaching them how to deal with society and all other races. If we had no qualms against other races, we was taught to deal with it. And that's the only time in history that black men was able to stand on something. Once the welfare system came and knocked that out, and the CIA and everyone came in and killed them, the mission after that was to make sure that the last person on the planet to get respect is the black man. I've watched it in the 4 decades before. I've watched it go down. I heard it before and didn't believe it. But then when I start growing up, I watched it. I watched the disrespect. I watched the choices that was made. This man had something better than this man, and he wasn't being picked for the value that he had because he didn't look the part. He didn't perform the part sexually, or he wasn't just the choice of the women. I watched it. And I watched it go on and on and on through the years. And I watched how the government come after black men, kill black men dead in the street, and even do nothing to nobody. I watched the little kids get disrespectful to the fathers because they couldn't put their hands and whip their ass because, child protective services will step in. I've watched the domestic violences that starts with arguments that turns into fusses to fights and the men getting arrested. I've watched the child support and these men get buried alive in front of the judge, even the ones that really wanted to be there for their kids. I've watched it. So everything that's happening, and I'm not saying it's women's fault. What I'm saying is the society looked at that and said, so now that we got that ball rolling, when we get the men out the picture, then we're going to work on the women. So when they gave you the women's lib, that's when y'all wanted to get the higher salary. Y'all wanted to do everything a man do. And they said they gave it to y'all. You know why? Because you guys would have to put in the same amount of hours a man would have to put in to get the 6-figure income. So you wouldn't be home anyway to raise any kids and to keep any man because you would be out there putting those hours in.
Yeah. They gave them feminism, and feminism wound up still being a lie.
And then I'm going to close out with this.
You want to know another stat? Because I noticed you said 6-figure income.
Right.
How much? How many? What percentage of black women do you believe earn? Let's go $75,000 or more.
I'm gonna say about 20%. I'm gonna go as high as about 20%.
Would you like that answer to that question?
What's the answer?
9%.
Okay, so and
hold on. Let's stay right here. What percentage of black women earn $100,000 or more?
Oh my God, I know that's not a lot. I don't think
Four
that's a lot.
percent. 4%, bro.
Yeah, I don't think that's
So
a lot.
when they run around here telling you, when they run around here saying they get in the bag, they're lying. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right,
only
right.
4%. You can't listen. You can't lie on those stats because those stats come from the IRS, the labor board. You fill out that survey every time you do your taxes and shit. They know that. They know that number already. That stat, you
Absolutely.
know what I mean? So you can't say, oh, they falsifying that stat. No, that stat is when you fill out your W-2s, your
Yeah.
W-4s, when you do your taxes. You know what I mean? That's a real stat.
But
So you
with the
can't say,
men,
oh, I never filled out that survey. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead,
you
brother. I need you to
absolutely.
land your plane so I can go to my brother Quan real quick.
I'm gonna get off it right now. And I said, and that's again because black men ain't there to bring that to light to say this is they only playing with y'all so that y'all can eliminate us. We can't be in there to make a difference to say anything because we're not even listened to. So whatever they project out there that women can get, women is gonna believe that there's every that opportunity is out there with no one standing in their way. So they're not even focused on us. They're focused on what they're
Well,
being
it's
told they
because
can get.
it's because, like I always said, and some of the females may get mad at me. It's because women are hive mind thinkers. They're group thinkers. They really lack critical thinking skills. You know what I'm saying? This is why they got the girl code and they band together so much. Even when one of theirs is totally wrong, they're always to try to find an excuse for her all the time. You know
That's not
what I'm saying?
necessarily true. That's not necessarily
That is
true.
true. That is true. In the
Okay,
general, that is true. Listen, Lady K, just because you
yeah,
don't do it, it doesn't mean the
that's
general population doesn't do it.
okay. Okay, listen, but I also wanted to throw this out there and Kwam, I'm not trying to take your time, but women don't care about other women's husbands because they want other women's husbands or other women's men. So if there was really a female code, then we would respect other women's men. We don't do that as a whole. So I don't know where this girl code come from because to me it's not really real.
The girl code, see, I know the girl code. See, my sister spilled the beans. No, I'm saying? The girl code is defend each other at all costs, especially when it comes to men.
It's
Absolutely.
embedded in
That's the
us.
girl code.
The girl
Absolutely.
code, it was taught to us at an early age.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Know what I'm saying?
I know I got
That's the
four
girl
sisters.
code. If you listen to me, you can. I know I had an incident where I had broke up with a girl way back in the day, and I was telling my new girl because she asked me. I really don't like to talk about it. I was telling my new girl why we broke up. You know what I'm saying? And she started defending my ex girl when
Yep.
everything I said was dead wrong. That's the
Yep.
girl code. She
Yep.
could not say, "Yo, that's fucked up what she did to you." She would not say that. She tried to find, well, what did you do? She kept asking me. Well, I'm like, yo, I did nothing. All I did was go to work and come home. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
She could not admit it. That's
okay,
part of the
that
girl code. You know what I'm saying?
okay, listen. Okay, to me that's not taking accountability, but at the same time, your girlfriend will take your man before someone else. So my whole thing is you can't
Not all the
trust
time,
females
sweetie.
around. I'm just saying, I've seen it. They
No,
have
no,
so
no.
many
I agree.
showrooms.
You can't trust females around other. Listen, you can't trust females around your man if you have a successful man. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Know what I'm
It
saying?
don't even have to be
But
successful.
when
Listen,
it
have
comes
you ever
to
seen Cheaters?
what happened?
No,
Say
I
that
said
again
they
because
have
we talking
shows
at the
out
same
here.
time.
Okay, I
Say
said
that
they
one
have
more.
shows out here that they have shows out here that reveal people getting cheated on, and it's by the people that's closest to them, by their friends. That's what I was saying.
Oh yeah, well they also got feminist shows that bash men too. You
And
know
you
what
are
I'm
correct.
saying? You know what I mean?
That's
What's
a fact
more?
right
You know
there.
what I'm saying? What's more? Female hate feminist groups or female hate together groups? You know what I'm saying? Come on, let's
I have
just be
I have
real.
no idea. I have I mean
I can
I
I
have
can
no
tell
idea.
you. I
Mhm.
can tell you there's more female hate groups though when they bash men. Come on, don't even go there. the red carpet, the View, Oprah Winfrey. You want me to go long? I could go all day. Cynthia
Hold on,
G. You know what I'm
the
saying? You
red
want me to go?
carpet have the red carpet invite
Oh,
men there.
what?
The
You
red
think
Talking
carpet,
because
about
they invite
no,
those are the
the red
no, the
simps.
red
carpet.
Those the
table,
ones they want to. Those the ones they want to take their shirt off.
But
You
the
don't
can
see
red
the
The red
table.
degrader?
carpet.
Come on, because you think
but
just
can I
because they invite men there is not a feminist show? That's
but but
crazy.
but can I say
And
one
and,
thing?
and, and,
Even
and,
though
and, and notice they only invite the top men there. You don't see a bus driver there.
right,
You know what I'm saying? They
and
only
see,
invite the type. They only invite the top simps there. Yeah, you're gonna see Russell Wilson on them shows. You damn sure
Yeah,
right. You gonna see that.
you'll see it.
You know what I
You'll
mean?
see it.
Let's bring Trooper to
Yeah,
power.
yeah.
You goddamn right. Russell Wilson gonna go on tour for all them goddamn feminist shows.
And
and
after
That's
he
then
get
why
through
and
simping,
they all want to
and
see.
after Russell get through simping, his wife gonna turn around and do some hoe shit.
Yep, and disrespect him again. And
Right,
after I finish simping, I'm gonna
right.
see my wife twerking on this vehicle. Fuck
and
out of here.
and let me
No,
before you continue on, Rod, and this is directly tied into what you just showed us on them videos. Now, we just all sat here and we pulled back the skin on where it might have all came from. Now, we know that men, for the most part, don't control anything that got anything to do with any hoochie. All right, because we're not even allowed to be fathers in our own homes for whatever reason. Right now, I want to ask a simple question: who is those hoochies doing this for? Women or men?
Both.
I couldn't tell you because I ain't no
I
hoochie.
say both.
good answer, Renee. They doing it for men, after all, because we
Thank
the ones
you.
that spend money on them.
Thank you. So they're doing it for men. And so if it's black women doing this hoochie stuff, okay, and let's just say that because Rodney said that the support of the degeneracy, and then if they're doing this for men, right? Then obviously the goal to do that is to get money from men, which now tells you that the only time a black man is even relevant is if he gonna spend that money. Do
Facts.
you
For
understand
money,
how?
for money and sex. That's
Do
it.
you, no,
Money
they
and
don't
sex
care,
at the most.
Rodney. They don't care about. I did a little
It ain't
research of
even
my own.
about the
They
sex.
don't care about sex. What they
There you
do
go.
because
If that man
they
ain't breaking bread, they ain't studying.
yeah
Oh no,
they
no,
don't
no. They care about sex. Listen, they care about sex because they still having babies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
right
but
No,
it's
that's
right,
right.
about
but they're not
sex with the
having
men that's
families.
breaking bread, though.
Right. The women to these women today, they don't want a lot of kids. Okay? They don't want a lot of kids because first of all, to have a lot of kids, okay, you would have to, for the most part, if they would have to be thinking of a family to have a lot of kids. But if these women are having a lot of kids from different men, okay, which it sounds like that's what's happening, then it's gotta be a business. That is a business. There's no females, just unless she's really delusionally sick, having seven babies for seven different men without a money plan behind that, whether it's child support, you know what I mean? So if that is or not the case, in today's society, men is only to be used if they're gonna spend. So those females that's out there hoochieing today had already put a price on their pussy already. And this is why nobody talks about prostitution no more. Because what is prostitution? Prostitution is sale for sex. So we don't need to talk about prostitution no more because the price was already put on their coochie from young or anyway. So
When it's
a 20-year
legal,
old chick, a
Wow.
20
Go ahead.
a
Go ahead.
20,
No, who is that? Lady K. Go ahead. Say what you gotta say. And then I gotta go to Quam. Go ahead, Lady K.
yeah,
Just interject. Can you make it quick? I'm not trying to be
yeah. No,
biased
no,
or
no.
whatever. I know you went out and came back in, so come on. And then I want to go to Quam on this topic, and then we could talk
Prosti-
freely as much as we want.
okay. Prostitution has been around for ever since the Bible days. So if again, men want women, men have harems, men have all types of stuff because men want to show off their women. Men who have money like kings and all these concubines, these are the people, the reason why women are continuously still doing this right now. That's it.
Ah,
Thank you,
hell no,
sister.
that's cap.
Go ahead,
That's
Kwam.
not that's not the
No,
reason.
hold on, Aries.
See,
Let Kwam speak.
that's
Go ahead,
that's
Kwam. The
cap.
floor is yours.
Lady K, you my sister, but that's cap. Y'all doing that shit because y'all want to do that shit. Y'all just want to come up, however, and that use what you got mentality and all that. What's her name? Lynn Collins. James Brown made a song for Lynn Collins about think about it, and where she started out. How did the song start off? Talking about we gonna start using what we got to get what we want. Shit, that was back in what 1974, 75. So I mean,
You're
the
right.
mentality
You're right.
has always been there. That's
You're
just
right.
y'all. That's yeah. So anyway, I'm ready to talk freely because shit, we can get it in. As far as the brother who was
Yo,
talking a while
brother, you
ago,
can speak
he was
freely
saying
here, brother.
he was saying something about all this stuff about the feminism and all that and how they put the black woman against the black man. He said it about 10 minutes ago. Everything that brother said is 100. That's everything what he's saying. You can read about in that the Willie Lynch letter called the nigger marriage. I hope I don't get you your video on no strikes and nothing. But yeah,
Nah,
I'm
you
just
good,
giving
bro.
you
You good.
yeah.
Speak whatever.
I did
Speak
a
free.
it was a podcast
Read
about
the
that.
yeah read the nigger marriage. What that brother was just describing. You can read that in a nigger marriage.
Yeah, see, I mean, you know, a lot of people. It's a shame how we don't know the history of our people. A lot of people don't, and it's a shame we don't know how we were set up for failure through the CIA, the FBI, mass imprisonment. The introduction of drugs and shit in our neighborhood, the dismantling of the Black Panther Party, the assassination of Malcolm X. I mean, I could go on and on and on and on. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
it's like now it's to the point. It's like, yo, a lot of our females don't realize that they using y'all as a weapon against us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
Because
because
the
they know.
Caucasian go ahead. The
No, I'm
Caucasian
just saying.
brothers, they
Uh,
not they not they not they not they not catching hell from feminism like the brothers are catching hell from feminism.
yeah,
But you can't. I mean, there's some sisters that are aware of that, but for the most part, man, sisters just like taking advantage of it for real.
they the hey Quam. I'm gonna say the uncomfortable truth. They the lost tribe for real. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
That
The sisters are
already,
the lost tribe for real because they get all
already.
these benefits, and that's because this is what happens when you don't give people consequences for their actions, bro. When they get rewarded for leaving a man, they get rewarded for having babies without marriage. This is what happens. They don't know right
Yeah.
from wrong, so they become the lost tribe.
when the
And
That's
welfare
sad.
when the welfare system hit in the late 60s, the welfare system was distinctly put into the neighborhoods to empower women to where they didn't have to go to work. They would have been able to stay at home. This is what welfare, food stamps, hard section 8, all that is all about. It's about getting rid of the man to where you don't need him. And so when the men went out in the street, got kicked out into the street in the 80s and stuff, they flood the streets with crack and
Right, right,
then
All right.
write a crime
But
bill
you know
right
what? You
behind
know
it.
what? You know what,
right.
bro? No disrespect. I agree with you 100%, but I'm not blaming welfare no more because they could have used the system to uplift us when we was down, and they chose not to. You know what I'm saying? Women worldwide, black women worldwide could have said, you know what? Fuck you mean my man can't stay here. You know what I'm saying?
That's what they should have
That was the
said.
Section 8 rule where they couldn't stay in the house. But why they
That's what
didn't
they
fight
should have
against
said.
it? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Why they didn't try to uplift us when we was down? When we was being mass imprisoned and when we fell for the crack epidemic, and if you happen to find a good man, he needed to stay with you, they could have said, yo, nah, fuck that. But they didn't, bro. Because at that point they started to think that they was better than us. They
For
started to
the
think that
same
they was a different race.
Right, and that's
Yeah.
why the feminist women's movement works so well now because the women's movement now is to give them the income because they didn't want to give them the welfare no more, so they
But
give them the
but
competitive
this is what I'm
wages.
saying. Listen, this is a trick. That's a trick because guess what? If the women's movement is about giving them income, how come black women still make less than black men across the board?
And more importantly, you guys are sitting here proving that the nigga marriage was correct because the whole point is to get us fussing and fighting and blaming each other instead
Nah,
of
we
us coming
dialoguing.
together.
No,
We ain't
I'm not
fussing and
blaming.
fighting. We
Listen,
just
Lady K, don't get it
dialoguing.
twisted.
No,
I'm not
no,
blaming. I'm
no,
saying,
no,
listen,
no,
I'm
sir.
saying
I'm
what
not talking about
happened.
you guys.
I'm
No, I'm
saying
not
what
talking about
happened.
you
I'm
guys.
not
I'm talking
blaming
about
anybody
on a whole.
because ultimately
No,
we need each other. You know what I'm saying? I'm not
ex,
blaming nobody.
ex,
I look. If
listen,
we
I
can't bring
understand that.
this is if we can't tell the truth because it hurts your feelings, then we can't get better. You know what I'm saying? Just because I
And that
say
is the
something
point that
or
I, that's
Quam
the
says
point I'm
something or a
making.
black man says something that happened to be negative about a black woman that happened in the past doesn't mean that we're blaming you. We're just telling the truth. We gotta be in order for us, remember about that proverbial table I talked about? In order for us to sit at that table, I'm willing to hear what all the shit that black men did wrong before my time too. But you can't say when it's your turn to take the lashes after you gave us our lashes that we, you know what I'm saying, that we fucking being wrong. That's crazy.
Hey,
We
Hot
gotta tell
Rod.
the truth.
And I,
Hey,
okay, and
Hot
I
Rod.
hear that, but what I'm saying, but what I'm okay, but what I'm saying, I'm not talking just like I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about like you have the manosphere, you have a lot of people instead of, and all I'm saying is how can we come together as a people? I mean, yeah, we can
By
Can,
say,
can I answer
yeah,
that real quick, Lady
the
go
K?
ahead,
government did a
Aries.
lot.
Go ahead, Aries, and then
Lady
let me
K,
know
I'm gonna
after
make
you
this
let
real.
All
Darius
right.
go.
I'm gonna make this real simple, right? So let's say you meet your potential husband. What would you be expecting from him? Run down. Give me honesty. Like, what would you be expecting from him and your potential husband?
A provider, a
One,
protector, a leader,
two,
a
three,
leader,
four,
um, emotional sounding board, a
five,
lover,
six,
a friend.
7, 8.
I mean, how many do you want me
And
to
okay, so you ran
name?
off 8. You ran off 8, right? And I understand that. And if trust me, if I was that guy, I would try to give it to you. But guess what men want? Men only want
Sex,
3 things: a
sex and
sandwich,
food,
sex, and peace of mind. Right? Three
and uh,
things.
Yeah, hello,
And
rich.
hold on. 3 things we want. Yet 1 in 4 of us is married. So if you want 8 things and we only want 3, and we have to give you 8 to get
Whoa,
3,
whoa, whoa, whoa,
why is
whoa,
only
whoa.
1 in 4
Wait,
of us
whoa,
getting
whoa, whoa,
married?
whoa, 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 whoa. Slow down. 1 in 4, who was married?
Why is 1 in 4 black women getting married?
Okay, yeah, yeah. Because I'm gonna say black men is married at a higher rate. You know what I'm
Why is
saying?
no, if women want 8 things, we got to give you the 8 basic things. They all sound like it. I could get with that. I don't mind, but that's 8 to our 3: a sandwich, pussy, and peace of mind. Why is it that 1 in 4 of you are getting only 1 in 4 of you are getting married when you only have to give us 3 things and we have to give you 8?
I mean,
well,
I'm gonna answer that. Hold on, I'm gonna answer that
okay,
question
please
because you're
do.
not giving. It is because for decades you didn't give men what they want. That's why.
Well, that's the telling.
We are
That's
the
the telling
gatekeepers of
truth.
marriage. So women can run around here and say they wives all day long. If ain't nobody wife you, you ain't a wife. Because we are the gatekeepers of that. We choose, not women. We do.
And then the women,
Know what I'm
y'all know that if
saying?
y'all say no to sex, or if you say no to that sandwich, or if you say no to that peace of mind, y'all know that y'all already destroying 1/3 of our whole relationship with you. And always asking for
Okay,
3 things. You
We
8.
do.
okay,
They
I get
listen,
that.
and even if you give
I
listen,
get that.
see, hold on.
Mhm.
See, the problem is it's the men's fault too. Is because when women don't give us those simple 3 things, know what I'm saying? We're still fucking them. The problem. That's the problem. That's why I gotta blame men too. All this shit would change Aries if they didn't give us those 3 things and we just stop fucking them. All this shit would stop.
Well,
Okay, but
Guaranteed.
let
They
me
will fall in
let me
line.
just
So women are confused. They're
let me
let me
confused. They're
ask
just
you
like, yo,
a question, Rod.
I
put
could
some
get
dynamic.
sex anytime I want. But they wondering why they can't keep a man.
Okay, Rod, let me ask you guys a question. So, for instance,
Yeah,
you
go
want
ahead.
those 3, okay, you want these 3 things, but how is a person supposed to give you these three things without even building a friendship, to even build a bridge, to even come across
Build
to know that.
what? What
Can
are
I
you
answer that real
talking
quick
about?
again?
Hold on, nah,
Yes,
enough. Build what? You should be messing with men already built.
no,
This is
I'm
the
talking
problem.
about.
This is why I say women
Are
don't
you
know how to
sure?
pick men, bro. Know what I'm saying? No, you
Are
shouldn't
you
be
hearing my
building.
question?
You shouldn't be dating on potential.
I'm
You
not
shouldn't
talking
be
about
doing
that.
none of that at this age. That shit is for
I'm saying
teenagers.
I'm saying, how do you get to that point to give a man those three things? You
What do
have to
you
get to
mean?
know
You
him
gotta
first.
vet them out. Men don't want. Listen,
Exactly.
listen.
Hold on.
Hold on, Quam. Hold on. I'm gonna let you speak next, Quam. Men ain't the complicated creatures. Y'all are. We're so simple that y'all making us complicated. That's crazy. Go ahead, Quam.
Hey, yeah, those three things you supposed to already have. If your mother or your father ain't taught you how to be a good wife before you leave the home and grow up,
Boom,
that's the
boom,
issue. See,
boom.
we gotta have the table prepared when y'all come to it. You just ran off 8 different characteristics you want in a man, but you saying how do you get to come with three? How do you get to that point? You got to
That's
already have them. You got
No,
to
Boom,
already
no,
have
no,
that's
them.
the
no.
funny
That
thing
wasn't.
boom.
is.
No, what I was
No,
saying
no,
was
no, no. Hold on,
how.
hold on, Aries. Hold on, Quam. Let. I want to hear Lady K response. Go ahead, Lady K.
Okay, Rod, you answered the question that I was saying because you have to vet someone. And in vetting someone, you have to communicate to find out, hey, is this
No,
the person? Hold on.
no.
So you know, so how
Aries.
again,
No. We don't do that here, Aries. If you can you can disagree with her, but you gotta let her finish, so
Yeah,
you
sure,
understand
sure, man.
everything.
I'm good. Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead. Let her finish. Go ahead, sister.
okay, so the point I'm saying is that listen, those three things are very easy to give, but again, you have to know the right person to give them to, and that comes in like what you said in the vetting process. And there, but then it's like okay, and you guys have to know at the point where that this is the person that you want to give this to, but it takes communication and building a relationship together to get to those three ultimate things that man knows he has a peace, he has sex, and he has food.
Okay, I'm gonna interrupt
That's
you
what I
now.
was saying. Yeah.
No, you're wrong. This is the problem. You should be giving those three things regardless, whether you like them or not. He who finds a wife findeth a good thing. Even if it's the wrong man, you just leave him and move on. But those three things that make you a wife, you should be doing from the jump. This is crazy. It's like, yo, y'all talking all this build what? What are
How
you
are you doing
you
that without a
building a
commitment though?
relationship?
But how are you
What?
doing it without a how are you giving him that without a commitment?
Because that's how you get the commitment.
Why would you want to be his wife
What?
if you ain't
This is
trying to
why.
give him no
No,
commitment?
hold on. This is why you're single. Because you want to pick and choose who to give it to. It don't work that way. Oh, you should be doing that for the wrong man and the right man. That's how you vet the motherfuckers out. This is crazy. You are a learner of the Bible. You are a
Can I
learner of the Bible. You preach the Bible to us every week, and you
Can I
know the
can I say
scripture, and
something?
you're refusing to follow the scripture.
Can I say something
That's
real quick?
crazy to me. You go ahead, man. I'm
Okay.
done. I'm taking a
Hey,
break. I
let me
gotta go
say this.
outside
Let me
for a
say
minute. Go
this.
ahead,
Let me say
Aries. Hold the fort
Let me
down, bro.
hey,
let me
let me
say
Um,
say
something
something right
real
quick.
go
quick.
ahead, Quam, brother Quam. Go ahead.
What Hot Rod just said though. He said you should do it for the wrong guy and the right guy, but that's the problem. They do keep being, they put on their cape all the time and be superwoman for the wrong nigga. Then when they get a good dude, then it's like, oh, I'm tired of wearing the cape. I'm tired of making I'm tired of holding, I'm tired. Yeah, but wow, you got a good dude now, so why you tired now? It
You
don't
right.
even make
That's the
sense.
problem. They
It
did it
don't
for the
make
wrong
sense.
niggas all that time, and then when the right nigga come along, they say this is their logic.
Right.
They say I did that before and it didn't work, so I'm not doing it again. Which is the stupidest logic I've ever heard. Go ahead, Renee. Renee, the
Lady,
floor is
Uh,
yours.
in reference to this conversation, I think as a woman, and potential wife and shit, you should remain the same. I'm not saying break your neck and go all out. You know what I'm saying? But if all a man is asking for is food, ass, and damn peace.
Peace, and there's one more because
No, he said
and
sandwiches.
respect. No. It's true, but respect comes in that too. We got to
Okay,
put that
well,
in
you're
there.
going to add respect. 4 things. Respect, ass, sandwiches, and peace. Just give it to everybody. You might make somebody a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's still a sandwich. And then you might meet a guy that might get a little turkey sandwich. Still a sandwich. But just, I'm trying to figure out where I was going because I got distracted by my child.
No, you good.
Just
We
stay
got the
the
premises up here.
path. Just stay the path.
This is what I'm
You ain't got
saying.
to break your neck to do
Yeah,
all that extra shit,
listen.
trying to build shit. No.
Yes, as a man, Renee, as a man, I don't have a choice to pick and choose who I'm going to protect and provide for. Every person that I deal with, whether they're a slut, you know what I'm saying, and I find out later, or a real civilized woman, I am still my shit is stay stagnant. I still gotta protect and provide for them. Why do some women think they could pick and choose to do those things for men? That's crazy to me. Why can't y'all stay stagnant in your feminine being like men?
like they supposed to.
Late, and so I just want to bring this up real quick. So, Lady K, are you with us still?
I am right here, sir.
Oh, okay, Lady K. I hope you don't feel like this is an attack against you,
No,
but I
no, no.
just
It's
want to.
not. No, that's why I
Not,
took it away from
no,
her. I'm saying in
not
general.
at all.
It's not.
Not
So
at
I
She
just
all.
want
she just
you to.
sparked it off. You know what I'm saying?
So
I'm
I
just
want
saying
you.
in general.
So I want to keep something basic, right? So you have your job, right? Right? And
Yes,
you go to your job every single day, right?
absolutely.
Is every day peachy in there?
Negative.
Is there people in there that you don't like?
Yes, indeed.
Is there people in there that don't like you?
Absolutely.
Do you love your boss?
No. I
But
mean,
you go there, but you don't miss work one day, right?
no, I do not.
And so, with that said, it's not where you act. It's the mindset and what's already expected of you. When they hired you, you told them what you was going to bring to the table. And as long as you bring that to the table, you keep your job. Does it matter who like you or not?
No, it doesn't.
Does it matter who you like or if the boss like you or if you don't like the boss and all that stuff?
No.
None of it matters because as long as you're doing what you're supposed to do, then you're going to get paid accordingly, and that's going to work for your house when you leave. The problem with women is they don't apply that to their relationship.
Hold on,
Men
hold on, hold
and
on, hold on, hold on. Wait. Hold on. You get that for that, boy. Hold on. You gotta get that. You gotta get that twice, dog. You can't put it no better than that.
That
And
was that
you get a
that was
round of
really
applause for that
that
too,
was
brother.
clear. Yes, I give you a round of applause. I appreciate that.
and so with that said, again, we got to go back to what Rodney and Kwam and everybody else was saying. When women were put here, we were put here through God. Okay, you women was put here to reproduce with men. Now,
Hmm.
how you go about doing that? Other females got better ways of doing it, fancier ways. Other men, see, when you guys work the method is so that you could it's so that you could keep us. The method is not to get us. The method that you put in once you get with us is to keep us. So that sandwich, that peace of mind, a little bit of sex when we need it, all those things reset a man when he goes out into the world and challenging the world so he can keep you protected, keep you safe, keep the kids fed, keep all the. That's what those 3 things is for. Where you guys get it twisted is that you think that when we give y'all the stuff that y'all are asking for, that those are mandatory. None of those 8 things you said is mandatory. is mandatory for the survival of a relationship, but men is still willing to give you the 8 because that's what you said you need for you to get your day going. So if the men
Gotcha.
give you those 8 things, there's no reason why the 3 things that he actually needs to keep everything running, why would you distort the 3 things that actually make the car runs?
Absolutely.
A car don't need fancy rugs on the floor. It doesn't need fancy coloring on the steering wheels and when you know how you know what I mean. When you women get a car, you want all the colorful things in the car. Men don't give a damn about none of that. We just want to make sure the car is running correctly so it doesn't break down on you. And so
I hear
that's how
you.
you have to see it.
Yes, yes. Thank you. See, I appreciate you for making it come to life. I get it.
So for you to keep the king you want, for you to have an influence in whatever decision he's making, your job, this is why it's so important for your mother to teach you those 3 things. What they're really teaching you is how to keep a man.
Mhm.
You left out one. What's the brother name who was just talking?
Aries.
Aries, you left out one.
Did I?
Yeah. They also supposed to be taught how to serve their husband.
Bingo.
As it's in the scriptures.
2023, you funny, bro.
It's in the scriptures that a woman is supposed to serve her husband as if he was Christ.
Bingo.
So if you ain't serving your husband and worshiping your husband as he is Jesus Christ, then them 8 things you called out, you asking for too much.
Absolutely.
Hey,
Absolutely.
you know what's funny? No, hold on, guys, hold on. You know what's funny?
Absolutely.
When a woman loves and respects and admires her man, she loves serving him.
And
They
that
get
is
a
true.
joy from that shit. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? But they have to be trained to do that. If the women ain't like in my family, no disrespect, the women serve the men, period. Every fucking since little kids, the little sisters serve the little brothers, the little cousins, you know what I'm saying? Like the women, and when we have family venues, the women serve the men, period. You know what I mean?
That's
Now,
how it was in my house.
yeah, you know what I mean?
Mine too. Mine
But they
too.
have to be trained for that. And we
Right.
can say now that in the majority of black families, the women are not trained for that. They're trained to be independent.
That is
Cause
true too.
you gotta remember the women the wives was calling they used to call their husbands lords.
Absolutely.
That ain't just my husband, that's my lord.
I, I
But
can
see,
imagine them calling me.
but they don't call us lords no more. We just some niggas
Imagine
now.
that, yo. A Lord Aries.
Hey, I can pull it up in the scripture.
No,
Nah, it's there.
no,
It's there. Nah,
no,
you don't gotta prove that.
no.
It's in there.
I know you're correct because I've done it before.
And then you females, one thing I had forgot to mention weeks ago is that one nugget I can definitely give y'all is y'all should never fall in love with any man that doesn't have a direct connection to his father or his stepfather or his father figure. Like, why are y'all loving guys that don't have no connection to their fathers? Isn't this the part of the vetting part? Like when you asking my business and asking me who I am and all this stuff, you definitely need to know if I got a good connection with my father or my brothers and stuff.
Stop. It's already been proven, dude. For the past 70 years, well, 50 to 70 years, women don't know how to pick men. Because if they didn't know how to pick men, it'll be a whole lot more women married. Period.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And me and Rod is married, and we two married men saying this, and I'm willing to bet 110% that Rod's wife have a relationship with her father. My wife have a really great relationship with her father. And that's one of the most important things. Okay? And so why is Rod finding these videos? with the Hoochie Week and the video in the Hooch. You know why those are happening? Because the females that's on those videos have no connection with their moms.
Mm.
Because their mom should be teaching them how to be a lady. And like what Brother Quam said a few minutes ago, teaching them how to serve a man. See, when you taught that way, you control your marriage because the men is not really in marriage to control it. Men is in the marriage to protect their marriage and to make sure that their marriage is safe. And if you guys are following your leadership and what you are here to do to keep a man, you're the one actually running it. Because you got to make sure we're okay and you got to make sure the kids are okay. And then in return, you get the love from both of us for taking care of us. You getting it from the kids and from us. And that's how it works. So you're actually running it. But you put us in a position to have to run it because we don't know what you're doing. Because when you say you love us, you're not reciprocating that with the behavior. So like Rod said last week, we are fighting, I think he said this to Rebecca, where we cannot fight two wars. We can't fight the war out in the streets and then come home and fight the war in the house. Because if we have to do that, we definitely ain't gonna mean nothing to these kids that's now today is hoochieing around. Because they're gonna see us fighting, they're gonna be like, y'all, none of y'all love us. So we're gonna go out there and do what we gotta do. And that's where the hoochie is coming from. Because half of them want sex, but maybe half of them is looking for a father figure and looking for attention from a man they never got because they never got to grow up with one, and that's the only way they know how to do it.
Hey, can I mention something about the Quan was talking about the Willie Lynch letters? Can I mention something? Okay. I remember I was on a previous podcast before I joined this one. They talked about the Willie Lynch letters, how they I say in part destroyed the black community. I looked this up on Google. We all had that discussion. It says the mental slavery is a subliminal tactic used to keep Africans in America in a psychological chains for generations. In 1712, William Lynch prophesied this method of control that will push an inferior mentality on the enslaved and eliminate the strength and numbers that unity provided Africans in America.
Absolutely. And so what that really means in layman's terms is when you women keep saying, he's looking for a mommy, he ain't looking for yes, we're looking for a mother. Yes, we're looking for you, our mother in you, because we respect the woman that our mother is. So yeah, we are looking for that in you. What's wrong with that?
Can I say something real quick? What that brother just told you about the Willie Lynch letter. Willie Lynch, he said that his method would work for generations and generations. Now you open your Bible and you go to Psalms 83 and you read the first 5 verses. That'll tell those first 5 verses is telling you about what Willie Lynch had to come for us, for our people.
Yes.
Yeah. I got it up here right now.
Hey, hold on. Hey, Darius, go ahead and read that Psalms for me, brother. Refresh my memory.
Psalms 83 verses 1 through 5. That's correct, Quam.
Yeah, read the first five verses.
Sure. It says, "Keep not thou silence, O God, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult."
A tumult. A tumult means confusion.
Yeah, my pronunciation, turmoil. That help me with the pronunciations. "And they that hate thee shall lift it up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come, let us cut them off from being a nation, and that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee."
All praises.
There you go. And so the plan to destroy the nuclear family was even it started right from the beginning of time.
Right. That was prophecy though in that Psalms 83. And years later,
Absolutely.
the prophecy was fulfilled. Here come Willie Lynch.
Absolutely.
Like I said, when he said his generation will his method will work for generations and generations. He was like I guess you want to say he was a what they call it, a slave owner mogul. He was like I guess you could say he was like a mogul. He was like the Jay-Z or the Russell Simmons or somebody of slave owners. And like I said, if you want to read the tactic about how they took the mother and the little black child and they turned them against the black father, and how they was going to brainwash and program the young black boy to grow up so he could be submissive and go along with whatever a woman tell him. Read, that's in a nigga marriage. Something that was written by Willie Lynch.
I got you.
Absolutely.
Hold on 1 second, fellas, because I'm in the car, so you can't get no Don DeMarco's. My sister car broke down, so I'm running up here to give her a jump. But so hold the fort down for me. I'm keeping running. But Kwam, what's the name of that? Is it actually called the nigger marriage?
Yeah, the nigga marriage.
Okay. I'll
Uh,
look it up. I'm gonna look it up on Amazon and see if they got it.
hey
You should
Quam.
be. You might find it. Just Google it. You probably find it.
Hey
Okay,
Go ahead.
thank you.
Quam.
And so
Hey Quam.
somebody's
Oh,
asking for you, Kwam.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm listening.
okay. You know when I did Hot Rod, he was going to bring this up later about the BET Awards.
Yeah.
But
Hold on. Yeah, let's go ahead and discuss the BET. That we kind of went off topic. We went deep into relationships and stuff. But I do want to discuss the BET Awards. Did anybody see the BET Awards
I
I
or
did.
don't
clips
watch
of
that
it?
stuff
Okay.
no more.
I watched the whole
Yeah,
thing.
I didn't watch the whole thing. I saw clips of it. And you know what I'm saying? And I saw maybe about the first. Honestly, when it came on, I saw like the first 30 minutes, and I saw how ratchet it was. When I seen it didn't have no host, I'm like, oh, this is not organized. But go ahead, Darius. The floor is yours.
Okay. The BET Awards, Lady K taught me this about. It's like a spectacle. It's like they perform like rituals now. Now and when I just read about mental slavery, the music of today, when I looked at that, I said, what is this? And this been going on the last few years, and they be doing whatever they wanted on stage, dancing. I'm like, oh my goodness.
I saw a clip of a pregnant chick twerking.
Mm, mm, mm.
I did not see that.
Yeah,
But I
So
say,
she was with the chick with the red, and there was another pregnant chick next to her in yellow, and they was coming down like not the stage, they're coming through the audience. And I was like, this shit is crazy, yo.
That's that
so
chick that
so the BT
was
oh, that's
fighting
the
on
brat, wasn't it?
Blueface, Krishan Rock or some shit.
Yeah, nah, it wasn't the brat, Darius. I know who the brat is.
Oh,
No, the brat is on bed rest. She can't
I,
go
I,
nowhere.
I don't think the brat can twerk. She's more manly than feminine.
No, that's
but
so
that Krishan Rock that was fighting on Blueface, whoever the hell he is.
so the B I didn't see it. I seen some clips of it, but for years the BT Awards to me was a spot check on where we was as a people, right? And
right.
so over the years, you start to see how weaker and weaker and weaker it was becoming. Okay, because rap, what they promote, what you referred to, Renee, earlier, where they pick out the negative and pay for the negative, that was their experiment to see if it would bring us to this day and age. And again, it's working. So the BET Awards that we just seen is a spot check to see if their plan is going accordingly, and it is. Ironically, Rodney's case today with the Hoochie was just that of the BET Awards, a Hoochie Fest. Okay, so that's where we're at today. Okay, and once you go outside of the realm of what God has as a structured family and in a structured environment, once you damage that, This is the result of it. If a
Right.
man, if a man is not leading his family, this is what happens. Man
Right.
answers to God, women answer to men, children answer to females. And the reason why you females is getting blamed for Hoochie Fest is because you're not connected to a husband. There is
Can
no
I?
leadership. And
And
this
let
is
and
why it's the way it is.
let me say,
What?
it's some men who ain't connected to the Most High, cause you know,
Yeah,
Can,
no,
okay,
yeah, it goes both
you
ways.
seen
I
that,
agree.
yeah. Well,
you
can
seen
I?
that big old brother. Let me say something real quick. You seen that big old brother on Facebook? He's a twerking coach. Man, he looked like he was a first round draft pick in the NFL draft. I mean, big old dude. This nigga be twerking. This
I
nigga
bet
they
you.
be like
Hey,
in the gym. He be dressed up
yeah,
like a fitness instructor, but that nigga be doing he be twerking. Man, I be like, God, I be like, you know what, man? I be so glad when the Most High come and just
yeah,
scorch
yeah.
this motherfucker, man. Just burn
But
him.
what's
Cause
sad, Quam?
this
Yeah,
this
What
yeah.
is
Hold
ridiculous.
on,
what's the
Aries.
sad
Hold
thing?
on, Aries. Hold on, Aries. I'll let you say that. The funny thing about that is, I bet you he making a grip of money doing that shit. Cause
Yup,
we pay,
cause
cause they pay for
he got a
the journey,
classroom full of
bro.
chicks. He got
Yeah,
a classroom
yeah.
full of
We-
chicks.
Yeah, it's not even that. It's the dominant society. The white man, they'll fund that shit too, just for them to get
Right,
started. They'll fund that shit
right,
behind the scenes, bro. That's what I'm saying.
right.
But go ahead, Aries. Go ahead, cause I'm driving. Go ahead,
Real
Aries.
quick.
Floor is yours.
So now you got Rod, you got Quam, you got Darius. Just Cool was on this thing last week and the week before, and a couple other of us brothers who all admitted our connections to our fathers. The kids today, honestly, how many times did they even see their father? Girl or
Mine,
guy?
mine know me, cause I've been with a mama since she was born. So
So
all
listen,
praises for that.
that's not true though, man. Because they already said we the most involved fathers. You know, other races don't be involved in their kids' lives like we are. Like I said, the problem is you can't lay the law down like you're supposed to if you're not in the household.
There
If
you
you're
go.
if you're a good man, a godly man, and your ex is a degenerate, everything you teach your son when you send him back home, that shit go out the window, dog.
There
That
you
shit,
go.
that shit
Yeah,
won't
There
you're right.
you
connect.
go.
You're right.
That shit, yeah,
You're
that
right.
shit won't
I agree.
connect until they reach 20 years
Bingo.
old.
Right. I agree with you
Bingo.
100. I'm just speaking on my own personal shit though.
Right, but you're the
Yeah.
minority. That's the problem. The problem is we are the minority. The majority of kids out there is being raised by single women, and that statistics that Rod just read down is really sick. It's scary, it's sick, it's sad, it's all of the above. Those statistics that he ran down just now, none of us didn't even know that was even nothing near that, even though we know that it's coming from single women family. And I don't
Right.
know if whose fault it is, but I was raised as a man that it doesn't matter whose fault it is, because if you guys are fighting, if you guys are fighting, it was never, oh, she was the wrong and nothing. When I grew up, I was always a part of the accountability, even if I didn't even start it. And the difference is we had to get back in the ring and make it work. You know
Yeah,
what I
but see,
mean?
the thing is, when I first got those statistics, it was for a totally another topic, bro. And no disrespect, it was like I had like tears was coming down my eyes in a disappointment.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't, and even me, who's a statistical brother, I couldn't believe all these numbers, bro. I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy. But they trying to convince us that single mothers are winning. We're not. I'm not saying it to degrade single mothers. I'm saying it like, yo, look what's happening, yo. That's a lie. You know what I'm saying? And why should we keep feeding the lie when we have to break that lie with the truth? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, yo, bro, it's sad. It's a sad world we live in today when the lie holds longer than the truth. And every time you say the truth, you get questioned on it. But when a person says a lie, nobody questions the lie. You notice that? Nobody questions. They just go along with it. They don't even look it up. That's why listen. Don't believe what I say. Look it up for yourself. Look
It's
it up.
sad, man, and it's
You know what I'm
scary.
saying?
It's scary. And if the agenda is the kids, then they're gonna get it. With those statistics,
They don't care.
if the LGBTQ is after these kids, they're gonna catch up with them. Under those
Why you?
statistics,
Do you know why they going after the kids?
because they ain't mature enough to understand. They not
Yes.
old enough to see the damn forest for the trees. They don't know what the
Well,
hell
well,
going
that
on.
too, but it's because
Easier to
kids are
mold them,
easily, yeah, it's to mold them
influence.
for the future that they want, and kids are easily influenced.
Right.
Remember
Exactly.
You right.
the war.
Yeah.
Remember every time we did, it was always the warrior class that did it. It was always the warrior class that did it. You know what I mean? They know it's
Yeah.
not easy to influence men, it's in particular young men, because they become warriors. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they go for the kids. And if they dismantle the kids, then you have less warriors.
Hey,
Shit, I had to be a warrior in my own damn
Yep.
house. Shit, going to my wife going against everything I say, and the fucking kids shit. Kid smart as fucking my stepson. He in prison now, but he real smart. He can manipulate his mom because he be like, okay, listening to the arguments, listen to us going back and forth. So he peeped that shit. So he was able to manipulate his mom. He couldn't manipulate me because I
Yeah,
bust
that's
the
the
shit.
thing. That's
But
what did
we
I?
was
eh,
but it
Go ahead,
caused
go ahead.
us when once the kids realize what the fuck going on, it causes the man and the wife to do political
Conflict. Yeah,
parenting.
yeah, yeah.
Political because it's always a fucking battle.
Yeah, but what did I tell you? Even when you in the household, what's the first things kids learn, bro? I say all the time, the first things kids learn is manipulation on both
Right.
parents. This is
Yep.
why they'll come ask the daddy for something, and if the daddy say no, they'll go ask the mommy for the same fucking thing. This is why the mother and the father needs to be on the same page. I did it when I was a kid, but my mother was smart enough to say, "Nah, what your daddy say?" Or did you ask your father? Know what I'm saying? Like, but
Yeah.
most parents, you know what I mean? They not. It's like two different households within the household. You know what I'm
You
saying?
exactly right. You exactly right.
hey,
Shit.
you were talking about the BET, about the music industry of now. The only thing, well, two things. I was only looking for when they did they did the 80s, 90s, early 2000s, the tributes where they Kid Play, uh, uh, from the House Party, all these old school rappers and these new style rappers. I said, you can't understand what they're talking about. So what? But I said the only thing I love is the Busta Rhymes tribute because that's the only
That
thing
was
I be looking.
that was my dude right there, man. When I was in high school, man, I love me some Busta Rhymes and Leaders of the New School.
Yeah, but you see how he changed, though. You know what I'm saying? He changed to some bullshit. He would the shit he's saying now. He wouldn't dare say when he first came out. Now he's trying to say Jamaicans created rap music and all this other shit, created hip hop. You know what I mean? So I loved his music, but the way he going about shit now, dog, it's like that's why I say we on our own out here, man, because it's like everybody's against us, even other black ethnic groups. You know what I'm saying?
men, ask
And
as
we can't
men,
and
as
we can't
men.
and we can't have nothing. Everything notice they'll never admit that black people, in particular black Americans, created every music genre. They'll never admit it. Just like rock and roll. We got kids today that's being born that don't even know that rock and roll was created by us. They don't even know country music was created by us, and they trying to do the same thing for hip hop.
Shit, you
Well,
forgot, you forgot, you forgot, you forgot classical music. Didn't
Yeah,
y'all just see that
everything.
that movie? That movie just came out, Chevalier. Go check it out. Now they called him the Black Mozart. Why would
Oh
they
my
call him the
God.
Black Mozart? Nah, it wasn't no such thing as no Black Mozart.
No, 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 no.
Shit,
Listen,
shit.
no,
Mozart was black.
listen. Okay, but hold on. Kwame, but then more importantly, Mozart sat here and was impressed by him because they both lived together, and he sat here and was studying under him.
Right, and Mozart, and you see, if you ever watch the documentaries, they talk about even in that movie Hidden Colors. They even talk about Mozart. Shit, growing up, you would see them pictures of Mozart or whatever in magazine, those illustrations or whatever. That ain't even how he looked. When you watch the Chevalier documentary, which is probably better than the movie, they talk about Mozart, how he was a mulatto and his hair was actually of a black person's or what they call a nappy texture, and people tease them about it. See, growing up, you go to music class and all that shit. They don't teach you that shit.
Exactly. Because they want to whitewash all of our history.
Yeah,
That's why I
hold
said
on, Lady K. Wait, hold on. Hey, Kwam, Lady K. Yeah, hold the fort down. I'll be right back. I gotta jump my sister call, okay? I'm here with
I
my sister. All right, I just gotta jump her call real quick.
Yeah.
So again, right? If you look, if all the conversations that we having, okay, and all these creations of music and stuff, and it was coming from a spiritual sense of our essence, okay, and so everything that we created got stripped and got commercialized for the sake of the money,
right,
and whatever white
Yeah.
America wanted it was to be. So it's not that we don't know this. The sad part is that we don't embrace it. Like
right,
it's like everything we created. We like, okay, you can have it, whatever, and then turn on each other's, and that's the part that's sad.
right.
We
They
every
are.
You see a brother listen to classical music. Oh man, why you listen? That's man, why that's white boy shit. That's white folks shit. Why you
Exactly.
listen to classical music?
And,
You know,
and,
dumbass shit.
mhm.
But that's because niggas
Yeah,
don't know no better. Because it'll kill a nigga to open a book and read or do some research and study nowadays. That's why they say
absolutely,
stupid shit.
Exactly.
absolutely, and that was
See,
the
and
importance of the Black Panther.
Right,
true, true. See, but okay, listen, but again, when generations come and then they sit here and try to again whitewash and destroy our history, because even the people in the Bible were Africans. So it's like when they sit here and try to school you and say, oh, it's a white Jesus, and then when people say, oh, you sit here, listen to that, you sit here and read that white man's Bible, it's like we are ignorant because we have been brainwashed so much from the fact that we are the originators that they've taken. And I
right.
mean, so some, I mean, you can look at the
The
street
Bible
signs.
is about us.
Lady
Yes,
K,
Hold on. Whoa. Hold on, because I'm no, I'm gonna let this charge. What do you mean by the white man's Bible, Lady K? Just I want more clarification.
um, okay, a lot of people say because they have a picture of of the what's his name, the painters, of the painter, and they made him into Jesus, and people say, oh, that's the white man's Bible, because people
There's a picture
Jesus or
of a
something.
white man in the
But the
Bible because
Bible,
I haven't seen it yet. I'm just saying. I know that
no,
churches predicted that way. You hear what I'm saying? But the actual book, it doesn't have pictures in it like that, yo.
and
no,
and
but
and
it describes Jesus as bronze and hair of wool.
Yeah,
She
that's
talking
right,
black.
but
about she
Lady
talking
K,
about how
so
she talk
so so
No. Hold
we
on,
could
Aries. Aries. Hold on. Say that again, Quam.
she talking about when Pope Alexander, he was the most notorious pope ever, which his name is Rodrigo Borgia. That's Caesar's Borgia's father. He had
Yeah.
Michelangelo. He commissioned Michelangelo during the Renaissance period to paint that painting of Caesar Borgia, and that was like 20 something years after Caesar Borgia's death. So that's
Yeah,
when the
yeah.
name Jesus even came about. But that was in the early 1500s when another Italian took the lowercase j out of the Roman numerals, put it in the alphabet and made it the uppercase J. So-called white Jesus had already been dead for 20 some years before that painting was done and before they even gave him the name Jesus.
Okay. No. What I'm saying is, this is why you have to read the book with understanding. And if you don't have clarity, you have to go to spiritual people that actually know the book, and they could give clarity for you. Because just by saying Jesus had hair, wool, and skin of bronze, that tells me that that's not a white person. Or for real.
And it
Absolutely.
said as bronze as in put into a fiery furnace. If you take a penny and you I guess that's copper. If you take a penny and put it into a fire and hold it for a while, what is gonna happen to that penny when you take it out the fire?
It'll burn you.
I think right. I think it's in the book of Exodus where it talk about the angels. Um, it even say somewhere in the book, it even say that the angels had the same um burnished brown skin, like it talk about Yeshua and Revelation when it described him saying that burnished brown skin. So even the angels was black. So why do we got these white babies with a bang and a curl on the front of his head with some white wings and a halo?
Exactly.
And so that's why it was it's so important for us. And the fact that Rod, Justin, Darius, myself, the other brothers that's on here, we always keep referring back to one verse in these Bibles, is because of our upbringing. See, we never
Right.
let go. We never let go of the upbringing. Nobody could pay us out of our upbringing and who and what we know to be the truth. No amount of money could buy that truth away from us. So we're gonna hopefully try to do this with our children. Okay. But
We got to.
the one thing that Rod mentioned is we cannot fight two wars.
That's
We
why.
can't
That's why.
fight two wars.
And that's me and you right. I agree with you 100, brother. But just like we gotta follow that's why men got to follow the laws and statutes and commandments, because we had to take those laws, statutes, and commandments and mold our women into what we need them to be as
Absolutely.
a wife or
True
as
fact.
wives if we got more than one. You hear me?
Exactly.
Absolutely.
You know, like
And
the scripture in Ecclesiastes say, hast thou a wife after thy mind? Do you got a woman that think like you, or is she willing to follow you? That's what that scripture is saying.
absolutely. And that's
Hey,
and that's and that's what and that's why this podcast is one avenue to that, because you're gonna get it from people that is married and people that may not be married but still understand what it takes to
Right,
have that successful family, and understand whoever is smart enough to get on the podcast is going to understand that each and every one of us got different aspects of the truth that we have researched and found. And so you can't be upset when it's your turn to take accountability, because we cannot be a village again if that's not the first thing. We have to be able to take accountability. When we point out something, we have to be like, oh, damn, I didn't even know that was the case. Okay. And then we have to take accountability and apply that to our lives and watch our lives get better from it, instead of not taking accountability and thinking it's just going to change because somebody's going to knock on your door tomorrow. That's not how it
right.
works.
That's why the Most High said, "Give not thyself unto a light woman." A light woman means she ain't got no understanding of the scriptures, the laws, statutes, and commandments, none of that. So when you just out there chasing a fat ass or whatever, or a pretty face or some juicy lips, that's a light woman. She's a clamorous woman. She's a shameful woman. She ain't keeping the law and statutes. So why would you go and give her your seed and compromise the next 18 years of your life?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's 100.
and
Absolutely.
remember, the grass is not always greener.
Yep.
And so
And
again, a woman having a connection to her mom's that's doing what she's supposed to do would teach the woman how to serve and to honor her husband. A man that's being raised by his father, a true king, raises kings raise kings. So that man would know what to do when he find his queen.
You're right.
hey,
And so
hey,
if
Ari,
you not raised in that alignment, and you want that, if you want that life, if you see that life is fruitful but you wasn't raised in that environment, that is your time to be the most submissive in your life, so that you can find your leader.
And that's true. And to be open to
Not take away the things that you should already come to the relationship as a queen, being the queen that you already born to be.
absolutely. I totally agree.
hey, Ari's and Quam. Now
Yeah.
You know the quote I told you about the Willie Lynch letter, that if you can look it up at yourself from bowiestate.edu. But we talked about. I'm gonna read the rest of this about the music industry. Now I want everybody to check this out.
Go
It
ahead, bro.
says for example, in the music industry, they search for psychologically unstable black youth in struggling neighborhoods and create stars. Given the backgrounds of new stars, they're more likely to have troubled past, and the industry revels in this. These creative stars now appeal to youth across America in similar situations. Their songs perpetuate violence and bring allure to self-destruction for their troubled young listeners. Artists like Chief Keef cause our generation to give into a simulation, think irrationally, and hate each other. This is how America's making sure that the prophecy of Willie Lynch does not die. And you see why the music industry, which I think is not like it used to be, and I can't listen to it.
It's just a wonder, bro. Man, I agree with you like 1,000 right there. What you just read, I really do.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
why. That's why I told y'all to go check out Psalms 83 1-5. That last verse where it says, "They are confederate against thee." Us black people is thee. They are confederate against us as all the other nations, the Caucasians, the Edomites, the Moabites, which are the Asians, the fake Jews, them Khazarians and all them. And then they're, you got all these, like, what's the dude, China Mac. Some brother had to check him about a month ago because he said he running his mouth, and that's not even, rap music is not Chinese culture, but it's so, even, like Eminem, you see how they be roasting him. They all against us, bro. And then them fake Jews, they the music producers, they the movie producers, they the ones that produce this stuff. And they go tell Chief Keef and NWA, yeah, I want y'all to rap about this. That's the tumult where it said they lifted up a head and caused the tumult. Tumult is confusion. That's the tumult. And then you confuse these kids, like Brother High Ride was saying. They go after the mind of the youth because they so easily influenced.
But I'm gonna add something here, and I keep saying this. It's not only the music. I blame kind of like I say it again. I know I sound like a broken record, but these reality shows, Basketball Wives, Love and Hip Hop. What's that new about tattoo? I used to watch it. Black Ink Crew, where they had in New York, and they branched off to Chicago. Now I think they're combining the two. But then when they have these shows, they're promoting the rap game, but they also promoting violence because they got like black people on there arguing with each other, and they fight on TV for race. But at the same time, you got these same black people, I call Negroes, doing the same doggone thing in public, acting a doggone fool, and they're watching this on TV. And then, but VH1 gonna come out. Wait a minute. VH1 will come out and say, "We do not condone the violence of what you just seen here tonight on the reunion show." Yes, you are. You're promoting this. So what's the difference? Don't lie to me.
And the killing part, look who they got like the Real Housewives reunion. It's a gay fake Jew up there keeping drama up with a bunch of black women.
Exactly.
That's the part where it say they are confederate against thee. You got these a gay fake Jew with a bunch of black women. Okay, we gonna relive all this drama we recorded y'all doing. Like, just the shows weren't good enough. Let's do a reunion about it.
Exactly. Okay, but Darius, everything that you just read from Bowie State University is exactly what they're doing on TV, music. They're doing it across the globe.
I know that. But and that's the same thing like Jocelyn, who used to be on Love and Hip Hop. She just got arrested not that long ago. I think at the Floyd Mayweather think his son was boxing. They got to a big fight in the back, and she got arrested again. But like her, Cardi B, they be all acting the fools out here, but people still listen to their music. And I said,
the thing is that all the stuff that you're watching, it's now that they have now found a way to bring what was internal in our community. They've now brought it to the commercial stage for money. The things that they are showing, the struggle that they're showing, that these people are getting paid on the Real Housewives of Hollywood and all that stuff now, is the things that we were fighting against when we was looking for better schools and better homes and stuff like that, and the government was acting like we didn't exist. Now that they've run out of material to make money off of us, because some of us is catching on, some of us rappers is now their own producers of their own music, and they can't control these people masters. Exactly. Now the other method now is to go into the community and start paying the actual things that's happening in these communities, and which is still negative, but now they've dug into the internal and they've put it on the commercial stage for money. So now the viewers can't even say that it's fake and don't pay to watch it, because they know that this is actually what's happening. And so again, it's just exposing the ones that's not following God, and the ones that's not following the proper upbringing is the ones that's getting paid to do this stuff, because they have nothing else to gain. They done lost everything, going the other way. So now these people that's up here is going to do whatever they got to do to get paid. You understand? And they don't care if it hurts the race. This is what Kwame said a second ago when he's talking about some of the ignorant people. Those are the ignorant people, that don't care, because they get the check at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you said that, brother, because now they started another avenue. They got the real preachers or whatever city it is. They got Jamal Bryan and Ty, what's his name? Tribute and all that. So now they going after the preachers with a reality show and drama and all that. So I'm not surprised. Gonna never stop.
Honey, that says a lot about the so-called preachers that participate.
People are selling their souls every day. This is the Bible coming to life. People are selling their souls.
Mm-hmm. And for the record, nobody's listening to Jocelyn Hernandez.
I don't listen to her. She's a drama. She's always about drama. But
she has a show called, what is that show?
Used to be with Stevie J when they got.
I ain't talking about that bullshit. She got her own show where she's supposed to be teaching these girls how to dance cabaret.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
I've seen snippets and stuff because of the drama and the slick side comments and stuff from the show on TikTok. I can't get into it.
And then, but back to what I think Quan was talking about, or you just mentioned, Renee, about the preachers of they have a reality show about preachers. I remember they did a season like the first ladies of Atlanta, and I think
that's bad.
And I saw it, and they showed the first ladies of the church, their behaviors outside the church. It didn't get like physical or anything, but their lives outside the church. And it's like Lady K said, you're selling your soul to the devil. And just like if anybody remember the incident with the Travis Scott concert, where everybody trampled each other just to get in there, just to listen to his music. And the more he played, the more people got more people loved his music so much, and they got like hypnotized. And then when all hell broke loose, they trampled each other, trying to leave, and then people died in that leaving.
Okay, so remember we spoke about a couple of weeks ago about how they use the entertainers, the sports stars. Okay, they use these people to to speak for us, to represent us, because we follow them. You follow this person to a concert and get trampled, okay? That's who they're gonna use to push the next agenda. Imagine this, right? Imagine a Michael Jordan get on finally start speaking and be like, hey, listen, I know I've been quiet for years, but let's push. Let's say he'd say a give or take situation. He give or take situation. Every single person that liked Michael Jordan and worship Michael Jordan is going to give up something to get something if he's pushing the agenda. Our people is still gonna sell themselves short just because Michael Jordan is the one saying it. Just
Well,
imagine that. Who's gonna say
well, so
no to if Michael Jordan finally asks us as a people to do so? You know how many Michael Jordan fans is gonna do it?
I'm one of them. He was my favorite basketball player growing up.
Gate
Nah, nah.
gatekeeper.
He's a
Yeah,
gatekeeper, but a lot of people's gonna
I'm not
follow.
idolizing nobody.
I
I
mean,
mean,
Thank
they
you.
already breaking their neck for them shoes.
that's what I was
Thank
trying
you.
to. That's thank you. I was
So
gonna
Exactly.
can
bring
you
that up.
imagine what they would do if he said, I don't need y'all to fuck with this and I need y'all to fuck with that? Can you
Just imagine.
imagine the mass hysteria that would
But
cause behind
and
him?
Renee, I remember when the Jordans when they came out. Daryl and I think I mentioned there was lines across these malls across the country just to get a pair of Jordans. And then when they run out, it's like they create mayhem when there's no pair of shoes left, and they want to rob somebody else. And I say you got these young people that died over a pair of Jordans. And I'll never forget. I think when the year like the LeBron James shoes came out, what my grandfather said. And he said the drug people will get them before the regular people do. Now
But they
tell me if
still
I'm
black
wrong on
people.
that one.
That's the thing. The thing is, it's still black people, and we the biggest consumers. To be at the bottom of the financial power structure, we're still the biggest consumers. And see, this is what the Black Panthers was trying to educate us on. And this is why they went after them so viciously, because the Black Panther was involved in the spiritual understanding of your essence, the education that you needed, and to understand the government, to understand your place, to understand how to protect your homes, your wife, your kid. They were an organization that empowered, that taught us how to empower ourselves without relying on the government that they knew was against us at that time, and we was able to still do it. We was able to show, even with the Tulsa, even in Tulsa, they didn't give us anything to start anything. They told us that we needed was to lift our people by our own bootstraps, and we built a whole city of hospitals, hotels, just like any other city. Built the whole city, and they came and destroyed the whole thing. So we never needed them to hand us anything. We just needed them was to stop trying to take our independence away. But now they don't have to, because the real lives of Hollywood would show you that as long as we give you the check, it's okay to sell your soul. Okay?
The
As
But
long as
Black
females,
it comes at a price, though. It comes at a price.
yeah, the check.
the Black
And
Panthers, they was the rise of the Messiah that Henry
Right.
Kissinger was warning the government about.
Right. Absolutely. And they had even if you even watched them back then, they had kids, they had their own educational system where kids were actually going in the classroom and understanding who they were. Young kids were in classrooms learning about themselves and knowing exactly who they were.
And they was feeding the kids, so the
And they was,
mothers didn't
yes.
really, they didn't
yes,
need
and
their
they were
food stamps
educating them.
and all that. That's why they sent the police side to kill whoever they could, and the ones they weren't killing, they was giving them life sentences, double, triple life sentences, and leaving
Yes,
political prisoners because
Double standard
absolutely.
America.
they were the people that Henry Kissinger was warning the United States government about.
Absolutely.
Okay, I got
And
a question real
yes,
quick. It's concerning the Black Panthers. Aren't they the ones that originally started the WIC program, women, infants, and children? And then the
Yep.
government got their
yes, they
hands
were.
on it, and that's when
Yes,
it
they
went
were.
Yeah,
what it
they
turned
started
into
that.
what it is today. I
Yes,
just
they
want to
Yeah.
were.
make sure I was correct on that.
Yep.
Yes, they were.
And can I mention this? Anybody ever watch that movie Ghost Rider starring Nicolas Cage?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, I saw
Okay.
that. That's
I've
the
watched
original
both
Ghost
of
Rider.
them.
I
What's
saw
up?
that joint.
That is one of
Yeah.
my favorite movies. One of my
Let me
favorites.
tell you. Well,
That's
if you watch that movie, it's like a particular scene where his like when Nicolas Cage had like it's like burns like a skull, and then like it, and it's like I think it's nearly the end of the movie or very beginning of the movie. I'm not gonna give the whole thing away to the ones that have not watched it, but there's some stuff in that movie is like the same thing as what we're talking about today about the devil.
Um, yes,
Science,
it is.
yes, well, signing the I remember the particular scene where he had to sign the contract. You signed a contract with your blood on it.
And
Yeah.
he so-called sacrificed himself so his father can live. So people see him sell their souls for different things and many reasons. And there's a lot of people who sell their souls to sell out their communities, because look at the people who sat here and killed, who got Martin Luther King killed, the people who sat here and set up Malcolm X. It was the people who they used in our communities. The dominant society and the government use people that's close to us to sit here and set us up.
Right.
Yeah.
And like I said, so they always had the money to pay us what they owed us, but they just gave it in the avenues of infiltration. So that's what they used it for. Anything they know they owe us, and they know they have it to give, but they're gonna give it to everybody, even our enemies of our own color, before they give it to us, because it's a reason for that.
Absolutely.
When you have morals and you got the leadership and you're following God and you put all that money and stuff around us, is only going to heighten our situation, because we're not gonna stray away from the foundation. So if you want to fund the foundation, that's fine, and then we can help lead other kids to the same teachings, but they're not going to fund that because they don't want,
Absolutely.
because they have a problem with God.
And because they don't want people to be educated, because see, people are in a mental slavery, because now they don't have us in chains, but they have us in mental chains. They have us in financial chains. They have us in chains, sitting here fighting each other instead of coming together and looking at who the real enemy is.
That's
Absolutely.
why that's why they
Yeah,
gave us
yeah.
Dr. Martin Luther King. His name, he was born Michael King. Him and his father, they both changed their names. But that's a subject though. But
And
that's why they
and
gave him
and,
to us.
and I got to mention this. I deleted the screenshots and I should have kept them. But I remember when I sent them to Lady K for proof. When Reverend Al, they did that little documentary about Reverend Al Sharpton. I got on there and I criticized him, and somebody got offended over the truth. I said, no. When has Reverend Al Sharpton did something beside? What I'm trying to say is, the only time you see Reverend Al Sharpton was when even a police officer shoots a black person or a white person shoots a black person. That's the only time you're going to see him on TV, and I think the government is paying them to do that. I
I,
really believe.
Darius, I could tell you this. I don't never argue with anyone that's questioning those type of things, because any leader, any black leader,
Supposedly.
if he knows what's going on in these neighborhoods, that should always be on the agenda, because it never changed since we were kids. Like, since even we were kids, the same things that needed improvement then needs improvement today. So there's no way we're gonna go through all these black leaders and we're still asking for the same shit that we was asking for when we was in the public schools.
But Ari, the thing is about Reverend Al Sharpton, he got his little weekend politics show, but you never ever hear him say what is going on in the black community in general. How can we unite as one instead of shooting and killing each other?
Okay,
He,
but
he knows, but he's getting paid not to bring that up as the narrative.
Because the
exactly.
government won't let him be. Well,
Darius, Darius, listen, he admitted himself that he was an informant for the CIA.
I know that.
Okay, so
And I,
so how can you expect something less? How can you expect something better from him when he's already let you know I've sold my soul to the higher up? So
The gatekeeper.
I'm not going to help my people.
And here's the thing.
Let me ask Brother Darius a question.
Yes, sir.
Like you see Al Sharpton you see him on Fox News. Fox News hired him, right?
Fox News.
You would have seen, yeah.
When would this happen?
Al Sharpton been on Fox. Well, he was on Fox News. I don't know if he's still on there.
I don't think so. He's on MSNBC.
I thought it was Fox. Well, MSNBC. No. Okay. MSNBC. Okay. Do you think they would have they would have let Huey P. Newton have a segment on there?
No.
Okay. There you go then.
But Reverend now he was in New York. Was it last Sunday or last weekend? I think that when the governor of New York, I think that this is the mayor, the governor of New York signed the new bill to protect the LGBT community. He was right there, right behind the mayor, not the mayor, the governor. If you look it up for yourself, he was right there with him,
pushing the agenda.
And that's what I'm saying. Al Sharpton.
He was pushing the agenda. Right. He's pushing the agenda that Obama started. He's pushing the agenda. That's called a gatekeeper. He's pushing him, Jesse Jackson, and these type of guys that we follow, and Obama and this other one.
They all boule. What's the brother Benjamin Crump?
Y'all don't. He's about money. He's about money.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They're all gatekeepers. All of them are gatekeepers. Their job is they pick the ones that's actually can go into the community and not get attacked by black people, because black people that's not smart and not woke, they worship these guys. So they use these guys. And what's the female that's always running her mouth that never been in the community? Candace Owens.
Oh, don't get me started about her.
Oh my God.
But they use her and all these gatekeepers, and the gatekeepers get in there and they start running their mouth. But then when you get the real brothers, the real Israelite brothers that want to have a conversation, you ever caught some of these real brothers want to speak to the Al Sharptons in them, and they never get that conversation with them.
Nope. And
it never happens. It never get aired. You don't even see it on a YouTube or nothing. The real brothers, the real Israelites, and the real brothers that's here to bring the black people back to who they are, they never get to speak to the Jesse Jacksons or the Al Sharptons. How you gonna be a reverend scared to speak to a head of an Israelite nation?
They're not gonna do that because they're not for our people.
It's supposed to be all spiritual at that point, but you don't want to speak to these brothers because they're gonna expose you to selling out your own race, because those brothers is in the communities all the time. The same 5%ers everybody used to make fun of when they was walking by them on the street sides, when they were sitting next to all the shopping centers, and their brothers are still around. So how come nobody speaks to these guys?
Ain't no money in it.
No, they don't want no truth in it.
It ain't. It's none of that.
Let me tell y'all something else. All this going on with their sister in Chicago and her son just got out of jail. Now they got some black attorneys and they suing the city of Chicago.
Oh my God.
Look, Pete, you
Yeah,
gotta learn. You gotta peep
That's me.
game.
So
That's
can I
that's
just
gonna
say something about
that's
that?
that's finna turn into some more bullshit that they can
yeah,
use against black
Let me,
people.
I
Mark
got
my
something to
words.
say about that.
bro.
Mark my
I got
I
some,
words.
don't I don't agree with that, yo. I'm just gonna tell the truth. Like she need to let it go, yo. They let you and your son off. You don't blame the homie that punched your moms in the face. That's cool. You got away with it. Like why now? Why you still in the city, dude? They let
Because
you go.
no,
they
Let the,
no,
creating a new agenda. They using that case, that story, to create some new shit they can use against black people.
that's crazy, bro.
well,
That's what I'm
can I
saying.
mention something about that case in general?
Yeah,
Let's,
go ahead, Darius.
because I've been kind of, I've been kind of angry about that. First of all, if you look at that man's tone, the tone of his voice, he was ready to fight. That was number one. And I'm going to say this, I didn't blame, I think it was the mother that pulled the trigger. I did not blame her at all for doing that. And when they made a big spectacle of that, I said, are you kidding me? All she did, she's a CCW holder. I read the story. I said all she did was defend herself and her son. But yet, yeah, I read these comments and say, oh, well, she might be going to jail. I said, no, she's not. I said, I don't think so. And then you got the victim's family. Now they got a GoFundMe page trying to get funeral arrangements. If you learn,
But
my thing is, you think you think before you act. If you put your hands on anybody, you know what's going to go down.
she
So
actually
you
wasn't
got
the shooter though. There is her son shot. She had her son to shoot her, and tried to get her son to shoot the dude's girlfriend
the
too.
witness, and I said, well, either way, I'm good. They got off, and I said, if I was them, I said, be lucky and move out of Chicago because they go. I bet you they're gonna create another stupid law in the city within 6 months because of that.
But let me
Watch
ask
what
you
I
this
tell
though,
you.
Darius. What what is she gonna gain by suing the city of Chicago?
Nothing.
The city of
Nothing.
Chicago had nothing to do with that.
No, it was that little restaurant.
Now you had, if I feel bad for anybody, it's the son, but I don't see like it don't even make sense. What
That kid was put in a position he shouldn't have never been put in.
No,
Okay,
right?
he's
Is my
And
personal
that's a
opinion
hundred right
because of
there.
his age on some serious
Right?
shit.
He a minor.
He's a
He a
he's
kid.
minor.
14 years old.
And he was put in a
And
position that he shouldn't have never been put in. That nigga that ran, and excuse my language, people, that nigga that took off running when he punched that lady in her face, he the one that should have did something. Whoever was recording that shit should have said or did something. The people that was working in the back, men, if we want to take it, that they should have did something. The dyke that was sitting in the parking lot, she should have got her mannish ass out and did something. I'm just throwing shit out there, but that kid should not have been put in that position. Point blank, period. The man
right,
that took off running,
but
he should
you're
have
right. I
he
agree
should
with
have
you,
did
sister.
something.
But but check this out. We don't even know what they was arguing. Like, how did it start? Like, and I'm
Exactly.
not
Like
saying
when
the
I
brother. I'm not saying the brother was cool. He was good for putting his hands on her. But I'm saying, for all we know, it could have been that lady. If she could have exercised the way to diffuse that or to exit that situation,
Yeah,
she
yeah.
should have
You
done
right,
that.
Quan.
If she
I
if
want
she had
to.
if she
she
had her
could have had a
son with
slick
her,
ass
Yeah,
back
yeah,
she should have
home.
been looking for a way
yeah.
out.
Yeah, I
Exactly.
tell you, Kwame, you right, brother, because I want to see the beginning of the video, dog. They already showing the video where they already arguing. You know what I'm saying? I want to see how the
Right.
argument started.
Like what
You know what I'm
Started
happened again?
saying?
right.
Because all I
You know
picked
what I
all I picked
mean?
up
I
on
want
was he telling her to say
okay,
something else again,
to, or
and she said
anything could have
something, and
happened
then he
before that.
left her.
You know what I'm saying?
I want to know.
okay,
I'm with you. I want to know what happened before that too.
If you
okay.
No,
guys
no, no,
remember
no.
what we talked
Listen,
about
listen.
last week,
Hold on. Listen, it's a complex situation, so I can understand both sides. You know what I'm saying? I can understand kids feeling sorry for the kid. You know what I'm saying? And I can understand why the kid blamed. Like, bro, no disrespect, yo. You punched my mom's in the face. I'm willing to do the time for that. And I'm a grown ass man. Know what I'm saying? Like, like I'm just saying from a man's perspective. If my mom's called me and said, "Yo, this nigga at the Chinese store just straight punched me in the face," I ain't make.
Oh no,
You know
I'm
what I'm
with you
saying?
on that,
I
So,
but
ain't coming up
so,
there to
I'm
make
finna get
peace, bro. So, like, yo,
so,
no disrespect as a man. If my mom's called me, I don't give a fuck what my mom's did. My mom's could have spit on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
I under,
I just would have told my moms, yo, you was wrong for that if I found that out. But I'm not coming up there as a man. I'm just telling you, I'm not coming up there for peace. I'm not coming up there just to talk. You know
I'm
what I'm
There'll
with
be
you
a
on
saying?
fight.
that, Ronnie. But
especially
didn't you
so,
especially
tell
if you
him to
ain't
go
got a
get the
man or
gun?
you ain't got a husband.
You know
Don't
what
be
I
going back and forth. Don't be going
mean?
back and forth with these wild ass niggas. You heard me?
so remember, so remember what we talked about when we was talking about the psyops, right? Where they
Yeah.
just show the part where the reaction is taking place. They don't show you the cause of what happened. They just come in and put the camera on the part where the retaliation is taking place. Now,
Yeah.
in a situation like that, right? You have your child there and you're a female and you got a man that's irate, right? Now, let's take it away from the woman for a second, right? If we as men it's in its position, and let's say we have our young daughter with us, and we got a guy that's being very rowdy and pushing the fight. Wouldn't it be smart to try to not make it any worse than it is because you're already compromised by having your daughter there?
Right.
Well, okay,
So hold on. So
okay.
the smart thing to do, the smart thing. We're not talking about the manly thing. Sometimes using your brain is the more manlier thing to do. Okay, because now you got a life you got to protect. And it doesn't matter how much you could beat up this guy as a man and you feel you could take this guy. You just don't know what position you putting your kid in. So if I'm out there with my daughter and the guy's getting disrespectful to the point where it's us all talking, for me it's yeah. I go put my daughter away, make sure I get my daughter out of the way, and then we gonna see where that mouth is at once I get my daughter out of there. See,
Okay.
the problem with our people is that we so angry from just being just naturally angry. We don't understand when to tone it down and when to just not have the last word.
Exactly.
If the person is getting off, let them get off because you got things to compromise you. You're not in position to win nothing. Even if you win the battle with the guy with your daughter there, right? You start walking away celebrating. This man pull out a gun out of his car and come after you and pop you and your daughter. Then what? Now you lost the war. So it's better to use in a situation where that female she's not stronger than no man, and females already know this. He's already irate. Okay, that's just you and him. Now you got your son there, and your daughter there, or whoever's there. That's an extra compromise. So no matter what they show on that TV, the smart thing for that chick to do without no protection there is shut up. Don't get into no argument with nobody that's going to take it a step. Don't give a person a reason to take it a step further, especially with your kid there. And she did not
That's the
shut up.
short way out of
She
this
decided to
bitch.
keep reacting and getting it to the point where she wants to push buttons back. And then the guy, what it looked like in the video was the guy struck her.
Okay.
Now
Okay. Listen.
the kid didn't run out to get a gun in the argument. The kid ran out to get the gun when the moms got hit.
No, that's not. No, that's not true because the boy was in the car. He saw it. He came in. His mother told him to go in the car, and his mother was talking to the gentleman calm. And more importantly, this man had a rap sheet of putting his hands on women because he had put his hands and broke his girlfriend's jaw 2 weeks ago, and she's in the hospital.
Okay,
So
but she had to know he was like that before that argument is the point I'm
he
making.
told
So
his
she should have
mother.
never compromised her kid
Okay.
in that
No, she
argument.
probably
No,
didn't know that when
But
that
didn't
fight
she
went
tell him
down.
to go get the pistol?
no, she told him to go in the car because she didn't want him in that situation. She told him to go, to leave. And then the
Okay,
man
but
struck her. And
still
then the
he a
man struck
minor.
her.
Hold
And
on, hold on,
A
hold
minor.
on, hold on, hold on, dude. You
Uh,
know what I'm saying? No disrespect, yo. The minute
My
he
bad.
welled off, as men, we gotta admit, the minute he welled off on her, bro, he automatically became all the way wrong. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the lady might have been wrong before that. Two wrongs can exist at the same time. You know what I'm saying? But the minute
But
he
see,
welled off on her, you know what I'm saying? It was just a straight verbal battle. And he couldn't take the verbal battle, you know what I'm saying? Because, females get under your skin. We talked about that in other podcasts, you know what I'm saying? And
But in
he
a
just welled off on her, you know what I mean? But he was, to me, he welled off on her like a dude, and that's crazy. So, you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
but he
So,
paid the
like I
price
said,
he
though.
got what he deserved. I agree with that 100. He
yeah,
got what he was
He,
asking
he
for.
yeah,
well, he
you know
paid
what
a
I'm
huge
saying?
price.
well,
But,
he's gonna take extreme accountability for that. But what I'm saying is,
yeah,
toxic relationships shouldn't even be. How do we get to the point where? How do we get to that point?
that wasn't a toxic relationship.
She didn't even know him.
He didn't know her
Nah,
though.
Well,
They was just
they
at the
didn't know each
Chinese
other.
No,
store, bro. You know what I'm saying? They was just at the store getting something to eat. He ain't know her.
Wow,
no,
that's
The dude that
crazy.
got shot, he was with his girlfriend,
exactly,
and
Yeah.
he got into it with another lady.
Wow,
exactly.
that's
But
crazy,
see,
man. I
but
don't know, man.
my thing is, if she was a forward card holder, she should have had the gun on her persons, because now you got your son, which is a minor. You telling him, yeah, shoot the witness too. Like
Mhm.
that's wrong on a few levels. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't understand why is you trying to sue somebody and then they cook counter and say, okay, we're gonna bring these charges back because we had you on
Yeah.
this
Like,
charge,
let
but
it
now you
go.
Yeah, that's what I said. She
but
should
let
have
it
just
go.
let
now
it
you
Move
go.
on.
but now
Yeah,
you
that's what
wanna
I'm saying.
but
She
now
should have
you
just
want
let
but
that
now
shit
you
go, man.
right. And then they say, but now you want to be a nigga about it. Want to try to sue somebody and get some money. So we
hmm
gonna bring these charges back.
That's the part I don't agree with. That's what I said. I don't agree with that part of it. Like, why you just let that shit go? They let you and your kid go, which is
Both.
rare. Cause they could have locked both of them up or either one of them up. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? Like they
Yeah,
let you go. You know what I mean? You got to
cause the
take advantage of the
son,
situation.
yeah, cause they
But
had the son locked up with no
Yeah,
bond. She had a
yeah,
3 million. She had a $3 million
yeah. She
cash
was three
only
milli.
bond.
Yeah, yeah. She had 3 milli. You know what I mean?
but
But my
again, like say they push that visual agenda to take the guns away from us, man. Those gun laws, they're gonna use stuff like that to try to rob us of the 2A.
And that's
Bro,
what I'm
bro.
saying.
Hold on,
See,
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. You ever been in a city like Chicago, dog?
I visited Chicago twice.
You been to
Chicago got
Chicago,
like the
Chicago?
highest crime rate.
Yeah, like no disrespect, bro. In Chicago, you need whips. Even if they have gun laws, niggas got guns. Cause it's just like New York too, bro. Know what I'm saying? Niggas got guns, bro. Whether it's legal or illegal. You know what I mean? You gotta,
It's like
if you live in a city like that, when you reach a certain age, bro, I'm just telling you that lifestyle, bro. Cause I grew up in it. When you in the city like that, bro, everybody, you know what I'm saying? You gotta get a gap, bro, for protection. Straight up. I'm
yeah,
just telling you that just the way it is. You know what I mean? It might not be legal, but you got one. You know what I mean? So you can't say, yo, that them niggas can't have no guns, bro. You know what I mean? But like I said, yo, I think everybody should have a right for a gun. That's not a big deal. But does everybody have a right to use it? You know what I'm saying? I think they should do more psychological training with people that they give guns to.
well,
and
that's why you
the
got these
entertainers
lawyers with
talk.
these making these commercials where they trying to teach you what critical thinking and what warrants you to be able to shoot somebody. But and then they say, well, if take our number down or whatever and watch this video, you know, and subscribe to this or that in case you shoot somebody and never get in trouble, register you with us or whatever. So you got a few lawyers, they making commercials like that now on Facebook.
Well, and then like I was mentioning, you got the victim's family now doing a GoFundMe page for the man's funeral arrangements. Like I said, this all could be avoided if you know how to think before you act. That's just been my whole point about this whole situation. You gotta think. In that split second, now he's gone. He's gone for the earth now.
He won't be
So,
hitting nobody else, mama. I bet you that.
uh-uh. And I know the victim's family. They could be mad all they want to, but hey, he had it coming.
Sad at the end of the day, man. It's just another loss, another brother down, man, and it's out of control. And so, like I said, all these agendas can get pushed because all they do is make the new agenda based off the emotions from the last agenda. And so now with the LGBTQ, got their hands in everything where they coming after the children. They walking through the streets, the other parts that we get arrested for, they get to walk through there naked and all this crazy stuff going on. Okay? They want chaos in the streets. They want the chaos in the streets. They want the riots. They want it. That's what they want. So they can push the next agenda, man. So they can go, so it can hit Congress, and then Congress pass a law saying there's a new law protecting transgender hate, like they made the one against for the Chinese and all. It's all gonna turn into that, bro. And then the regular people is gonna be unprotected. We're not gonna have no laws to protect us. So we can't attack Asians. We can't attack transgender. Okay, we can't attack, a certain race of people, or we can't do this, we can't do that. Everything is going to be, we can't do that. But it's really aimed at the black race. It's what they're saying is not going to be able to do this stuff. Okay. And so it's still the same thing. It's no different. It's just like modern day slavery. Like all these laws and everything that they've been putting through legislation for the 4 to 5 decades we've been alive had nothing to do with us and for helping us for nothing. To protect us from nothing. To give us independence to do our own thing in nothing. Nothing gets financed. Red tape like hell to get a house or a car or anything. Like there's nothing in
That must
legislation.
be a fact.
There's nothing in legislation that protects us as a people. But yet everybody else is getting everything, and it's raising the tension.
Yeah. But yo, we finna bounce up out of here, man. We've been at it for 3 hours since 8 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna go in the crib, get something to eat real quick. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Definitely, man. I appreciate y'all coming through, man. You know what I'm saying? Dropping them jewels on us. Hold on 1 second. I think let Quam know real quick. Yeah, Quam, we about to be out of here, brother.
Okay, yeah, I'm finna hop out right quick.
Yeah, man. We about to end the shop real quick and finna go get something to eat real quick, man. I'm hungry. I appreciate everybody coming through. You know what I'm saying? We had a nice juicy topic and we talked about other things. You know what I'm saying? And I'll catch y'all. I don't know. I gotta holler at Chaz. Saturday show might not be guaranteed because, like I said, Chaz had eye surgery, and on Saturdays I'm working. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have to holler at him to see if we gonna throw something on Clubhouse. But I'll let y'all know about them all. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, indeed, my brother. You guys have a great night, man.
Shalom, everybody. It's been good talking to everybody.
Y'all have a good night.
Yes, sir.
Good night, everybody.
All right, have a good one.
Laters.